last episode. I think you.
I usually get the wide mic when you two are in conversations and you're real.
Guess what? We will end up in deep conversation. But yeah, so
or when you're doing like something interesting with your food or props or whatever.
So, if I'm messing with something.
You have props?
Yeah.
Fancy, huh?
Yeah, we try.
Do you plan on doing the thing you've done to your last two this time?
No, I'm gonna give it a break.
Okay, he made his guess eat crickets.
So you've done that before too, right?
We had Lisa do that.
That's
remember?
right. Yeah,
we had Lisa do that. Yeah, I've done it, been there, done it. I don't care if you want to or not.
Yeah.
That'd be a good tribute to Lisa.
Because I know I was like, wait, Tommy eats crickets. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to find something else for Tommy to eat. But no.
You should. I didn't even think about it. I've got my little shock machine too.
Oh yeah. You know what? Oh yeah, I told you that story about when I was there.
Yeah.
We did that in Mexico.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I actually was digging around and I found it. And I was trying to get everybody to do it again. Start doing what I was going to do actually is me and Lisa were going to have a chart and we were going to have ratings of who got shocked the most or
who can do the longest
when we get guests on the TV on the radio show, but it didn't quite pan out as usual.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'll never forget that time we did it in Mexico and we knocked that guy's battery out to he had to go get bigger batteries.
Yeah,
and he did it. Yeah. That was some fun stuff. Real quick, I'm gonna ask you, Chris, and you too, Chris. And I think I pretty much know your answer. But do you prefer to call or text?
Text.
Both of you guys?
Text. Yes.
Text rather than the phone calls, huh?
Yeah, I'm forgetful. You call me, I'm half paying attention usually. Now, if you text me, I'll go back to it. Oh yeah, I forgot her, and then I'll text you. And a lot of times I'll forget things, or I'll be talking to somebody like I think I forgot something, and I can go back and refer to it. I've got too much going on a lot of times.
Okay, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I know you are a busybody, and we definitely will. You're a man of many traits, as I like to say.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, and
now if any of them paid, I'd be okay.
Right. That's that's the other thing. Yeah, it's.
I just don't like answering phone calls unless you're in my phone under a contact name. I'm not picking up that.
Yeah,
phone.
exactly. Or I'll pick it up and I'll usually say county sheriff, or I'll answer as county morgue or something like that.
The amount of
scam
calls.
I usually get hung up on after I do that.
But you wouldn't do that if a family member called you, right? Or maybe you would.
Who the family member is.
That's true too. Yeah. Whoever's calling you.
Definitely, yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but I mean. Do you have any like pet peeves like this?
Don't put me on call waiting. Do not put me on
call waiting. As far as you're on a phone call and then somebody says
to you and you say, "Hang on, I got another call."
Oh,
I'll hang up on you. I will hang up on you. Yeah. And then you'll call me back. Why'd you hang up? I don't know. We got disconnected.
Right. Yeah.
Don't put me on
I lost
waiting.
you. Yeah. I went over. I was up on the hill and I lost you, even though you're sitting on your couch. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really the main thing. Most of the things I think, because I'm a nurse, I kind of could tolerate a lot of things that irritate people.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing it for 15 years and it's kind of inbred me at this point.
Yeah.
2 sons, being a nurse, being married, you kind of learn to kind of just let things slide. So.
Yeah, you have to.
But the big thing, But with call waiting, you're going to get hung up on.
Okay. And what about group texts?
Group texts?
Like, do you have a family group text?
No.
No, not even.
I do have some with my wife and my sons, but not
okay.
Really.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
with you.
Usually, but usually I'm the last one to respond.
Yeah.
But it usually drives me crazy. It bling bling, and I'm working, I'm busy, and I don't have time to look. And then they wonder, well, why don't you answer? Well, because I'm busy.
Yeah, you know it. So like Chris is on the. Chris, you're also on. So we have a big modcast group text of everybody that's in the crew. But yet, Chris, for some reason, doesn't read them, doesn't listen to them, doesn't check in. Why,
You're one
Chris?
Of them, huh?
Yeah, I have our family text silent.
Or you delete yourself from the group.
Yeah.
No, I do. Yeah, I do have another. We do have another one because a lot of my cousins will go to the Valentine's Day dance.
Okay.
They'll come over because we go swimming. So we'll have a family group text. Hey, who's coming swimming? Are we going out? You want to go play bingo? We do have that one also, just to kind of keep us together. And if we all want to have plans, we do that too.
Where do you guys go swimming?
My house.
Okay, you got a pool in the backyard.
Yeah.
In ground, above ground.
In ground.
Nice.
Little 18 by 36.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me just kind of a floating bar for me.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, a lot of times the house that I live in It was actually owned by my aunt at first.
Okay.
She owned it, and then when I moved and bought my own house, I bought that house.
Okay.
And then kept it in the family, basically. So I've been in that house, swimming in that house, probably since I was 10 years old, if not younger. So we've carried it on from family tradition from my aunt, and then my other aunt lived it, and then she eventually moved, got her house, and then I bought the house. So
Okay. Nice.
been there. I've lived there for 20 years. 21 years, because my oldest son was about to be born when I bought the house.
Okay.
We were actually hanging curtains while my wife was in labor.
Oh, wow. Nice.
But we've been there. It's been a headache.
Yeah.
The headache of being a homeowner.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Yesterday, my water heater blew up.
Yeah, I heard you say that on the show that you had to.
So I had to spend all day yesterday with me and my sons putting a new water heater in and all that, of course, and all the sediment moves around the house. So trying to clean all the faucets. So it was a pain.
Man.
But I'm kind of lucky because I have uncles that worked on houses and my dad.
It's good to know people and
they taught me how to take care
there you go.
of things.
Yeah.
So
all right. You know what? Before we get any further, let's go ahead and start the show.
Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Big Modcast.
Hello everyone and welcome
back to the Big Modcast. And where's the applause, Chris? Oh, there it is. See, I'm gonna have to learn how to do this myself because I will start running my own board. Nice. I am your host, Big Mod, and I have Chris with me today, and everybody else is just playing hooky. But I know the EP, he's on
his way.
Okay, he's on his way. Yeah, he had some things. We had talked earlier. He said he had something he had to do, but he was going to be running a little late, which is fine. But we'll have to figure out what he was doing. Anyway, like I said, I am Big Mod, and I have Chris here. And Chris, before we go ahead and introduce our guests, could you please play our sponsors that are making this happen for us? This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
They help us out. We help them out, whatever we can do, And just like earlier, we were talking about, trying to get some embroidery done. Yeah, I have a Cosmic Substance. She, Nicole Armenta, she has her own embroidery company. Yeah. Underscore Cosmic Substance underscore something. Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, excuse me, but I'll give you her number.
Yeah.
Or I can even help you out. We'll
see
try to get
what she says if she could do it, because the type of file, it must be a difficult file to open.
That's crazy, yeah.
For the embroidery,
but you know what? I wonder if where you got it done. We won't throw any names out, but I wonder if they keep it that way, so you won't go nowhere else.
Well, I own the file, so they
you own the file.
They said no, you can use it.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You own it
to kind
but they have it
where they're kind of exclusive.
Yeah,
it could be that.
So once we get that file from you, we can go ahead and send it to them. They could do their thing, and then you can order and put it on anything.
Yeah,
jackets, anything you want. Yeah, and that's what she has done for me. She's put a lot of stuff on my like the left chest, my hoodies, and hell yeah. Put a lot of them around there, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest for the evening, Mr. Tommy Andrade. Let's give you some. Yeah, let's give you some applause, man.
All right. Thanks for inviting me to hang out with you today.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, actually, I think, you've been on my show.
Yeah.
How long has that been? About a couple of years, maybe? 2
Yeah. Well, the time that I was on your show? Or?
Yeah. And then we were at the Nest. We hung out together at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while. I've been keeping
up
with
I watched that video the other day, and I'm like, man, my boy Tommy has some hair. You got that? You don't got that hair.
Don't judge me. I know. I know. Well, the funny thing is that I've been doing events, of course, for a little while.
Yeah.
And I happened to be watching one of them that we had at Matty Rhodes, and I see the backside, and I was like, nobody told me. There's no hair back there. Thanks a lot, guys. All of you, including my wife, friends, everybody. Why didn't nobody tell me I was bald?
You just had the hair from the what do you call it? The receding line.
The front back.
You comb it back
It looked good from the front.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody told me the back was missing.
Well, see, that's when you're supposed to let it grow really long time. You know, you let it grow really long, and you know, it's like I don't know, like.
Well, it was funny when I think back on it. My barber was showing me this spray. Hey, you gotta. I told him to go away.
All right.
But he was giving me a sign that it's time
really
to fill it in.
Well, I wonder what's in that stuff.
I don't know, but
is it hair?
It looks like fuzz. It looked fuzzy or something.
Really?
The spray, and I don't know if I trust that. Start sweating and then getting it everywhere. That probably wouldn't be a good thing.
I know. But or you forget, you know, you scratch your head, and then you turn around, and then now you got
nails are black.
Yeah, but then you got these scratch marks of
you
taking that stuff off.
Yeah,
because I know
my wife said she was telling me, but I don't remember her ever telling me.
Yeah,
or signifying about it.
There you go.
But she likes it. She likes it.
No, that's a good look. I like it.
Well, the funny thing is, I was in the military many years ago. In National Guard's Army, and I did shave my head, but it looked funny. It looked like a topography map. Of course, then I was thinner, so the scars would show. Well, I guess my head got fatter, so it kind of filled in the scars. So now it's nice and smooth. So
I didn't know that was a thing, but that's
it's a thing. It's a thing. But because I of course, dents and scars, you know, from working on cars, this and that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young, you have a hard head, but no, it looked okay and saves me $50 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the first time I did it, I went to my barber, and I told him to go ahead and take it all off, and he looked at me like I was crazy. It's the worst thing that could happen is I got to come back and you got to fix it. When it'll grow back.
Yeah, but then I think that's a barber's worst nightmare for their client to say, "Hey, just shave my head."
Yeah, this is the last time you're going to see me.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, unless you decide, you know, you just want to let it grow back, and then you go. I mean, but it's easier to get it. You could do it in the shower. You could.
It is, and that's what I do.
Right?
You know, about every day or two, I head in the shower and shave my face, shave my head. Done.
Right.
You know.
So you just start from the top and you go down, and then you go down your face and your neck, and then
exactly.
You just don't hit the eyebrows and.
Don't hit the eyebrows and try not to nick I have nicked my head a couple times. Like, ooh, that hurts.
They have that one little. It's like a palm guard.
Bottom doesn't work.
Okay.
I just use a razor. Regular razor, just use it on my face.
Just like a Bic?
Yeah.
Like those big...
Yeah, that's a regular old razor. Just make sure I don't grab my wife's for her legs. You know?
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Right.
Don't grab the pink razor.
There you go.
You know, but other than that, it works out pretty good. And yeah, a lot of people that have not seen me for a while and they run into me, and especially I have a tendency to wear hats now,
right?
Because my head is either cold or it's hot or it's it's sunny, and I want to try and protect it, keep it from getting burned. And I'll take my hat off. And what happened to you? So, oh, okay, you haven't seen me well.
Yeah,
because this actually has only been since maybe last November, so a little over a year, year and a half that I've not had hair.
Yeah.
You know, even some of the event pictures that I see, I have hair, and I see, okay, that was back in the hair days.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's funny.
Not bad.
Yeah, you know, I like. I mean, I got a whole full head of hair, and I would love to. You know, there's people around here that don't want me to shave my head, but I think Say not even Chris.
Let him do it. Let him.
We've seen pictures of costumes where he was bald. I never thought those looked good on him.
Oh, come on. Yeah, let him try it.
Yeah.
In the summer, let him try. What's the worst that can happen? It'll just grow back.
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've gotten used to it now. At this point, it doesn't feel any different now to me than when I had hair. A lot more convenient. So definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I you know what I did is I shaved my head for a Halloween thing. So I did the Popeye thing. You know, Popeye doesn't have much hair.
Yeah.
Doesn't have hair. And so what I did for about a good maybe month and a half, I was just letting my hair grow. I was letting the facial. I mean, I look
like a woolly mammoth.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Go ahead. Yeah, we're good.
Castaway?
Kind of.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was really, it was really bad. and people thought that I was
Wilson. We're calling Wilson.
that.
Depressed?
Everyone knew that the Halloween party was coming up. They're like, "Oh yeah, we could tell what you're gonna be. You can either be homeless guy, no, that was not it, or werewolf." I mean, it was just. I mean, the hair that I have under my eyes was coming out, and
and I'm a hairy. Yeah, I know I'm a hairy guy. So hair starts popping up places it ain't supposed to be sometimes.
and so I said, "Okay, yeah." And then, bam! Everybody shows up to the party, and they're like, "Oh shit!" I mean, I went just clean shave, top to bottom. You know, of course, my head looked like it was this big at the time too.
Yeah.
And you know, people were like, "Man, you can rock that. You should keep it for a while."
Might as well.
And I did. I kept it for a while, and like you said, just shave it. It starts to come out. Just keep shaving it. And then I got lazy. It started growing out. Then I started lining it up, and then I never went back. You know.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get you at one point to get
I know.
commit to it again.
And so sometimes I like to joke around and say, I think I'm getting a bald spot. And if once I get that bald spot, hey, it's time.
It's time. Yeah, and that's what happened to me.
I know, right?
They didn't tell
what sucks
me,
that nobody told you had a bald spot.
Nobody told me. I seen film at the back of my head, and I'm like, really? These people didn't tell me anything. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get that bald. Grandpa had great hair for his age.
Well, yeah, he did, but I was starting to cut his hair there at the end of his lifetime.
You're cutting a little less, huh?
I was cutting his hair, and there was times I'd say, like, Dad, I'm going to kind of leave the top because you're starting to lose it a little bit. You know, I cleaned the side and lined them up, but
I think every person's individual, though.
Yeah.
My grandpa's got full head of hair.
My grandpa,
that's true, yeah.
My grandpa on my mom's side, when he was alive, he had tons of hair. It was all white, but he had tons of hair. My dad, bald just like me.
My dad's just like, he's got a widow's peak, but he still has hair. Maybe it's creeping back a little bit, but I feel like I'm creeping back more than him.
Yeah.
It's just individual.
Yeah, so I cut. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna cut your dad's hair tomorrow. But you know, once a month I cut his hair. You know, he likes to keep it short.
Line it up a little bit, clean him up.
Clean him up, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of a little thing that I do on the side myself.
Nice.
Yeah, don't get paid.
If you want me to cut your hair, I'll just.
Oh damn it, Tommy! You fucking all right. Yeah. Time to
I'll
get rid
just
of
sneak
it.
back there and just hit it real quick. That way you can finish it up, just to get you to commit to the bald look.
Right. Yeah, but
hey, how's it going? How are you?
You weren't here on time.
And you brought food.
yeah.
You brought food.
Crunchy.
What do you bring? Did you bring anything good? I already ate. Actually, wife brought Chinese food. She knew I had to be here early, so
Oh, nice.
they had Chinese food at home ready for me when I got home. So that was nice.
Yeah. So you know, like I said earlier, you know, you're a man of many professions. You're a nurse.
I don't know about professions, but yeah, I wear many hats.
Okay, there we go. You're a nurse.
Yes.
A local radio DJ here in town.
Yep.
And you also DJ on the side.
Yes. And MC.
And MC, correct? Yes, you're also an MC.
I would call myself probably more of an MC than a DJ. I do DJ some events, but I actually prefer to MC than I do DJ.
What's the right order? Nurse
pays the bills.
There you go.
MC and DJ, I do that voluntarily for the community.
Yeah.
You know, different events, trying to support other people, other organizations, charities, and things like that. The radio shows for fun. That's my time, and it gives me the opportunity to help with the community too.
As well.
Yeah, and meet people. I mean, the opportunities are endless. I get to hang out with celebrities.
Yeah.
I get to get fed.
Okay.
You know, drink. You know, there's a little bit fringe benefits to hanging out. With people like that. It's definitely fun. Definitely something that 7-8 years ago I never would have figured I'd be doing. You know, even nursing 15 years ago when became a nurse, I don't fit the mold of a nurse. I don't. The personality, people say when people ask me what I do and I tell them I'm a nurse, they don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love doing it.
We'll definitely get in that profession.
Sure.
What was it that you wanted to be?
Before you do that,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
can we fix your camera?
What's wrong with it?
Uh-oh.
I taught you a very specific rule of framing people in a video camera, and you just threw that out the window this episode so far and the whole last episode.
No, I had my guest sitting there, and it was.
That's not what I taught you.
That's not what you told
See, this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Tommy. Now you're getting it. Okay, go ahead. Fix it.
Who came down here and said something about it? That's the
You did.
question you need to ask.
No.
Your wife did. She said, "Huh, look at why is this?
Yeah, I do know,
Why is
yeah.
he sitting like that?"
That's my.
She
I have a
noticed
ghost
that
too.
it's out of frame. So don't blame it on me for correcting it.
So are you saying it's wrong?
He's talking to the outside of the screen right now. Yes, it's wrong.
No, he's not.
So we're gonna fix it right now.
Okay, go ahead, fix it.
Show us how to do it.
Jeez.
I know. What are you talking about?
So many
cameras
cheese.
all look fine on mine.
Yeah.
When he's talking, his head is looking to the outside of the screen.
Okay, he's talking to me.
No lead room for his face to look at you.
Okay, so just shift the dang camera a little.
Yeah, that's all. Just a little.
So are you putting Tommy in the middle?
He's slightly
in the middle,
he's
yeah.
slightly to the left now.
You cut it into 3 sections and you put them in one of the. We talked about this.
You know what? Well, it's because
20 minutes.
We're waiting because his wife is coming here in a little bit.
Yeah, he was planning on my wife coming here.
That
but I don't
was
know
the
if she's
plan.
gonna
Yeah.
be able to.
Okay. Good comeback. Yeah.
Anyway, Tommy,
I'm working with you.
Exactly.
I'm
what
trying
we're-
to work with you here. Okay?
Exactly what we were talking about earlier.
I wasn't even going to say anything. I was just going to yell at you afterwards, and then your wife said something. So,
Well, in his defense, can't you crop that when you?
but no,
It makes your that
Because
would make
you're
your
on the
screen
edge.
much smaller.
Oh, okay.
The camera initially it was only literally from
Okay.
the armrest.
Let's just bash the
Or
host
maybe
of
what
the
you
big
could
podcast.
do is you could put a monitor up here, and he could see what you all see over there.
Well, that's what this is for, but we just haven't gotten a new adapter to project it on
Gotcha.
yet.
work in progress.
Okay.
It used to be a thing. Work in progress.
Damn, I wish Jose was on. I mean, like, he's spitting facts over there.
Yes, he is.
Man. All right, thank you, nephew, for taking care of that
For
for me.
correcting him.
Yeah. Anyway, where I was going with this time, what did you want to? Okay, before all these professions that I called that you do, what was it that you wanted to do growing up?
A lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't know why. but
Did
I
you go
wanted to be-
down that path at all?
Never
or
did.
Any
Never
digging into the learning?
None.
No?
None. That was just my thinking. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger. and
I tell you what it was.
probably, yeah.
You heard there was,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
expensive to be. And really, it's funny.
it's expensive to be a lawyer, but then when you
but you know what's fun? The funny thing is, my oldest son, Michael, he wanted to be a lawyer.
want it, okay.
Guess what he wants to be now?
Like
He
his
wants-
daddy.
He wants to be a DJ, MC,
No, he wants to be a
nurse. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's getting ready to take his TEAS test, which is
Okay.
the test you have to take before you can qualify to go to nursing school.
Yeah.
So he's got his prereqs. He's ready to take his TEAS test, and he wants to go
Nice.
be a nurse.
Nice.
Good for him. That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, he learned that he likes doing nursing. Actually, I was his first patient. I had a shoulder injury, and it got infected. Had to go to the hospital. This was about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I spent the weekend in the hospital. It was that bad. I almost became septic.
Oh.
Well, they were able to clean it out. I mean, it was huge, and
And the front part of your shoulder.
Yeah, the whole shoulder. It was
What-
just it was infected.
What did you do?
They had to. I don't know. Still to this day, we don't know why it caused it. It was I don't know if it was an old injury because I do have a shoulder injury or what. But when I got home after that weekend, they drained it, cleaned it. Then they weren't sure if I was going to have to do surgery. Fortunately, I didn't. But he had to dress the wounds because they had to leave the wound open so that it would heal, I guess, from the outside in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my youngest son, he was just totally grossed out. My wife, I love her dearly, but she does not have a steady hand. I didn't trust her to take care of it.
Yeah.
So I told Mikey, can you help me with this? Because, of course, I can't do it myself
Yeah.
because of the awkward angle. And he did. And I think that's kind of what kind of led him down the path. Okay, I can
Nice.
do this.
Okay. Cool.
So it worked out. So now he's done his prereqs in college and he's ready to go to nursing school. We're just trying to decide. He's trying to decide what kind of opportunities are given him with scholarships and what's available. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of him. He's doing good.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
my youngest son, he wants to do some kind of aerospace. Some in aerospace. So they're smart kids. They're just trying to figure out their
Trying to
path
figure out
in
their
life.
path. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so the path he started was basically the same as mine, lawyer, and then now he wants to
Yeah. Do the nursing thing.
do the nursing thing. So I'm like, okay, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. Do they like listening to music? Both of them?
Yes.
Well, I know one of them is a musician, correct?
Mhm. Yeah, my youngest, he plays keyboard. He's actually played with Stranded in the City before.
Right,
He's done
yeah,
the
we've
jam
seen that.
sessions.
Yeah.
Which they're actually my cousins. That kind
Oh,
of gets
okay.
them. That kind of gets them an in too. You know. Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
wanna play? And they've always been very supportive of my youngest son, Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to play guitar. He likes to play keyboards. He's in jazz band. It's in Sumner Academy.
Cool.
So yeah, he enjoys music. He enjoys music. He's the only musical one. Michael's more logical. You know, he's more into like gaming and things like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't do music, and of course, I DJ. When I was younger, I used to play guitar when I was in grade school for a short time, but never really got into playing an instrument after that.
Okay.
So now I say I don't sing, I don't do anything. That's why I DJ.
Yeah. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, all my life. Attended Blessed Sacrament
Okay.
Catholic school from kindergarten all the way up to 6th grade, and then went to St. John's in 7th and 8th grade in Strawberry Hill.
Okay.
And of course,
Oh, you did?
Well, yep, both schools are closed now, of course, you know.
Well,
and
how old are you?
I am 52,
Oh, okay.
51, 52.
Okay. Because my my sister's kids went to school there too. But
Where, at St. John the Baptist?
yeah, but it was obviously later.
Yeah, a little bit later. And then
Now, when did they close down?
they've been closed for a while. I'd say
4
at least,
years,
maybe
maybe?
No, I think
COVID?
Longer than that.
Longer.
Before
They've been-
COVID?
Oh, yeah, way before COVID.
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe 10 years they've been closed.
Maybe, yeah.
They've been closed for a while.
Yeah.
And then for high school, I went to Bishop Ward.
Okay.
After high school, didn't know what to do, didn't really want to go to college, so I did go ahead and go into the Army, National Guard, did that for 6 years,
Yeah.
and then just started working after that.
Did
Okay.
you get deployed anywhere?
No, never did. Traveled all around for training and that, but no, never had to get
Wow, you
deployed.
got lucky.
Stayed
'cause
ready.
I got
I
lucky.
know,
I got
because it
lucky.
seems like,
But yeah, these days, even National Guard, you
Yeah.
know, they're getting deployed.
Yes.
Back then, it wasn't quite as crazy.
right.
You know, so, but yeah, it was a learning experience, and had I not known then what I knew now, I probably would have stayed the full 20, but I only did 6 years. You know, but after that,
That's 6 more years than
I knew
than me.
I knew a kid in high school. He was a big ROTC guy, like the head person, and big for his size, probably like 6'2", 230, 240, like built guy.
yeah,
He's like, I got my mom to sign me early, like a release to enlist at 17.
really, yeah.
I'll be there 20 years and retire 37 with a full
Oh
military
yeah,
pension.
20 years, yeah.
I was like, damn, you got that figured out. Best of luck to
Dang.
you. I'm not going to be there, but best of luck
Yeah,
to you.
yeah. After 20 years, yeah, you're almost 40 years old, and you can retire. And a lot of times, I think the most of the military, they don't retire; they just go into like government work, or they,
Right.
you know, because they've got their retirement, and
Yeah,
then they
take
can
that pension and do
take
whatever
the pension,
you want.
do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Is he still in there?
I don't know. I didn't keep up with him after high school, but that's a damn good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
You had a good head on his shoulders.
20 years
definitely.
goes by really fast.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me.
Yeah,
about
20 years ago, I probably would tell you no, it doesn't, but now it does. you
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah.
When you're
I
in the
mean-
midst of it,
Yeah,
it's not. It feels like forever. But man, you look back and it's like, where did the time go?
definitely. Yeah, and my oldest is going to be 22, and I can't imagine him being 22, me having a 20-year-old. 22. I used to
Yeah.
hold him in my hand right here to take him a shower. You know, the shower.
Yeah.
Wife would hand him to me, and now he towers above me.
All
Yeah.
right.
You know, but it's funny how time just passes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Big family, like as far as siblings and
I have one sister,
okay.
younger sister. I have a stepbrother and a stepsister.
Okay.
And then I have tons of cousins.
Yeah.
My mom came from a family of 13 brothers and sisters. My dad
Dang.
came from a family of 8 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of cousins
That
on
was
both sides of the family.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Are there any you don't know? Like, is it so big that there's just new people popping up, or you get together and you're like,
well,
oh.
my stepson, my stepsister and stepbrother I never met. They passed away before I was born,
Okay.
or not
Okay.
before I was born, but I never met them
early?
I did meet. He would be my nephew, which was my stepsister's son. I met him. He lives in Puerto Rico, and trying to think who else. Everybody else I pretty much know, met and known. I never met my dad's father. He passed away when my dad was 15, with a train accident. But my grandmother, my dad's side, my grandfather and grandmother on my mom's side, I know. So most everybody I know. So I've got an opportunity to at least know and meet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's big
Family reunions fun?
Really, the family reunions really didn't happen very often. I think we get together now as cousins more than we did when we were younger. Everybody, when I was younger, they kind of went their own way and did their own thing, and I think we were more together now than we were when we were younger. Gave us an opportunity to kind of know each other. Now I hang out with my cousins more than I ever did when I was younger.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, it's nice, you know. Like, we went to the Valentine's Day dance, and I had a table full of all my cousins. We're all hanging out and having a good time.
That's awesome that you did it, you know, because
Yeah.
same thing with us. You know, I mean, you practically know all my cousins that
Sure.
are sales, you know, and that's what we do when we get together at dances and parties.
Yeah.
Because, growing up, you know, my dad's brothers and sisters, whatever, that's the only time when we would go to a birthday party is the only times I really got to see my
Kind of
cousins.
run into them, yeah.
But then eventually, as we got older, some of us started playing baseball, Little League baseball together.
Yeah.
You know, and then started seeing each other in high school because we all went to different middle schools. And then we all get older. Then they're in our weddings. We're in their weddings. And then you just get a lot closer.
And it kind of grows. Yeah, and I think as you're the same age, you can kind of grow together and just kind of run into each other and hang out. And it gives an opportunity for our kids now to see their cousins, their second cousins and third cousins. So who's that? That's your cousin. That's your cousin. That's your cousin.
Yeah.
It's so funny going somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go anywhere and not throw a stick at a cousin or something, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where did you spend most of your time as a kid?
As a kid, really, I was introverted as a kid. I really didn't do a lot. I didn't play sports. I did want to play softball when I was younger, and I found out at that point, I was probably about 9 or 10, but I couldn't figure out why I couldn't play. And it took me a while, and I finally figured it out. Couldn't see.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out where are they hitting this ball that they're seeing. So I never really got much into sports. When I was younger, I was kind of a little bitty dude. So, of course, football was out of the question. I was short. Basketball was out of the question. You know, I really just kind of hung out with my sister and cousins when I seen them and just kind of hung out and had fun with that, just getting in trouble and trying not to get spanked by tearing stuff up and using toys and all that. So, I mean, it was nice hanging out with my cousins. And even today, we still kind of joke about it, all the mischief that we get into and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really, you know, I'd really much into sports. I was kind of quiet, which is kind of the opposite of how I am now. I've kind of come out of my shell now, and you wouldn't imagine the person that I was then being the person I am now with the personality. And I think part of it is the nursing career, learning how to deal with people you don't quite know, and being kind of in a personal relationship with them. And then, of course, the radio show and the events and that, getting used to doing things like that.
So, quick question back to Bishop Ward.
Sure.
Did you know Louis and Robert Lopez?
What year did they graduate?
No, they're older. They're older than us.
What year?
So we're 89. You're what, 90?
I graduated 91.
91.
I graduated 91.
Robert and Louis were old. They're older.
Okay.
Yeah.
I graduated 91. So,
Okay.
yeah, different age
Yes.
group. Different age group.
Yep.
Yeah, but really, I mean, even at that point, there wasn't really a lot of Hispanics really in Bishop Ward. In Blessed Sacrament, I think when I was in grade school, there were the Andrades, which were me and my sister, the Mejias.
Mejias.
There's a Juanita Mejia, and she had a brother. I can't remember what his name. But there wasn't a lot of Hispanic families, which I didn't realize. You know, I grew up in the area, so they were.
Where did you grow up?
Right by Kensington Park. You know where
Oh, you were
Kensington
by you lived over there by Kensington?
Yeah, right there by Kensington. Yeah.
Oh,
grew up
okay.
there.
Yeah.
Grew up there.
That's where you played volleyball, right? Kensington? Is that
The gym?
the gym? Yeah. Kind of that area.
Yeah, right off of a state.
29th and State. 29th
Yeah.
and State. Yeah, I grew up there in the house there that my dad bought, and we lived there until years later.
Okay, so
after.
you lived by Texas Tom's.
Oh yeah,
somewhat right down around the corner.
Yeah, right around. Yeah, where they had all the video games. No, nobody went there.
Yeah.
That was the bad place to go.
yeah. And just Indian Springs down the street.
Indian Springs, Tower Plaza.
Yeah. But no, we played a lot of volleyball there at Kensington.
Oh, nice.
Gym.
I broke my arm there at Kensington.
Did you?
Riding my bike, and it's funny. It's a funny story. I was young, and my mom and dad had bought me a bike, and I thought it was the big man. I kind of rode it down there, and I was racing the 10-speed, and I hit the back of that 10-speed, flipped over, landed right on my arm.
Ouch.
Took it, sucked it up. My cousin was actually with me at the time, and my sister. And I said, "Don't tell Mom; she'll take my bike. Don't tell Dad." And I'm sitting there bawling. And the next day, I was helping do yard work, and I was picking up stuff. And Mom's like, why aren't you using your other arm? I broke my arm. I hurt my arm. And ended up, I broke my arm.
Damn.
You know,
So it was broke.
It was broke. Yeah.
And-
Went down to, they took me out to
How many days
Providence.
later?
It was the next day.
The next-
Okay.
And the bad part about it is that they had to re-break it
Oh, I was
so that they
gonna
could
say,
set it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I remember we went out to Providence and medical center, and that was when that was a long time ago. It was still a new hospital.
Oh, really?
And I still remember the doctor, Dr. Gilhausen. He had to set my arm, and it hurt like, ooh,
Yeah.
like I can't even imagine. But yeah,
How old? How old were you?
oh, I was maybe 8,
18?
7. No, 7, 8. No, not 18. No, but it was rather traumatic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But yeah,
So back to the high school thing. Did you say you didn't do sports, but did you do?
I did
any
do wrestling.
clubs?
I
Oh,
did do
okay.
wrestling for freshman year. I did that for a while.
Okay.
It was funny because I think I probably forfeited more bouts than I actually had because I was actually so tiny in high school that there was
wasn't-
nobody in my
nobody.
weight class.
So how does that work? Do you go out there and
Nobody's there.
They lift
It
your
was
arm up as a
it was an automatic
So you're
win.
like, oh yeah, go undefeated.
Yeah, so-
without touching.
And I
anything.
enjoyed doing it, but
Yeah.
I was so thin and so small then
Yeah.
that there was nobody for me to
wrestle with. Yeah.
You know, I probably would have had to wrestle 8th graders and 7th graders had I kept doing that. But no, I did do that for a short time. But other than that, really, just kind of studied. I was kind of I was the quiet kid. You know how some people they kind of high school is their where they peak. I
Yeah.
didn't peak. I'm peaking now, I think.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good for me now.
Right. Did either of your boys go to? I know one's at Sumner. Did the other
They
one
both
go
went
to?
They both
Bishop
went to
Ward?
Sumner.
They both went to Sumner. Okay.
That was I was gonna either have to send it when they went to high school because they went to Christ the King all the way through 7th grade.
Okay.
If they didn't make it into Sumner, they were going to either go to Ward or they were going to go to Miege.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because have you been back to Ward in a while?
We had been for sports because my sons, of course, they played basketball and that, so I had been there.
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay,
changed
okay,
a
yeah.
lot.
Has it really?
It has changed a lot. They cleaned up that building. It just seems like it is an older building, but it's
Yeah.
still nice,
Yeah.
real nice, and they take care of it and that. And I've been back just
Okay.
to kind of.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, like, whenever you guys went to mass, like every week they had mass, right? You guys
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
had to go. Where would you go?
We
You guys have to walk somewhere. There's no church right next to it,
Is there a chapel
right?
in there?
Yeah, there's a chapel. Well, there was. Is the chapel still there?
Oh, I have no idea. You mean your whole school could fit in that chapel?
No. We would go. They would take. Where would they take us to? I think we would go to what was that? St. Pat's. Is it St. Pat's?
Yeah, St. Pat's.
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. The one
St.
down,
Peter's.
down
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah. So literally everyone would walk
We would
there
walk all
and
the way
walk back.
down there.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And if
I've
it was an
always
all-school
wondered
mass-
because I know there's no
'cause they-
church right there.
No, and I'm trying to remember where else because we would do. Mass.
Tommy,
I
it
don't
sounds like you
remember.
didn't go to church. Sounds like you were.
I
just
was there
skipping-
when I was supposed to be there.
okay.
I think I did enough church when I went to St. John's though.
Okay.
I did enough because you went every day.
Oh, really?
Every day.
Oh, wow.
So I think my credits for going to church,
yeah.
I think we're covered. We're covered. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, but we went to Blessed Sacrament. Of course, you had it next door, so that was
Yeah.
always nice there.
Yeah.
And then St. John's right next door. But yeah, I think at Ward, if it was an all school mass, we'd go over to
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's.
Okay.
Did you do any clubs? Did they have clubs in Ward?
They did, but no, I really
You didn't
didn't.
do it? Because one of your son they debate, right?
Yeah, my sons
They're
are big into debate. Both of them. Both
Yeah. Oh,
of them.
both of them, okay.
Both of them. Yeah, my oldest son, he started, and then my youngest son, he's actually the debate coach also for the
Nice.
8th graders.
Okay.
Because of course
Oh.
in summer you start with 8th grade,
Yeah.
and then you go into high school, and they're very successful. They've both been very successful. They've got tons of awards for debate and that.
Well, that's good.
Not really, because then they like to argue.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
true.
it's kind of going down that lawyer path.
I know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
thinking that
and that's what
too.
I was thinking too when my oldest started
Yeah.
with the debate. Is okay, this can kind of lead into it, and we've been got a lot of support from like a Judge Martinez. I don't know if you know who he is. Very supportive of my sons of them continuing with their education and being lawyers. Now, of course, he knows they want to be nurse.
Yeah.
My oldest wants to be a nurse, but he's always very supportive and encouraging them to educate themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's nice. It definitely
That's
nice
cool.
that they're doing well.
Jose, did you debate? Why? 'Cause you have it in
I
you.
was doing other stuff.
Where,
Yeah, I was doing other stuff.
Yeah.
where'd you go
I
to
think
school
you would have
at?
been good at it.
Shawnee Mission North.
Oh, okay. He's too busy chasing girls.
I've got a buddy, his long-term girlfriend. She coaches debate at Van Horn.
Oh, Van Horn's supposed to be a good place to do a good debate team.
They've been winning championships and
Yeah.
stuff. And she's like, Jose, you should have been in debate. I don't know what to tell you, Caitlin. don't know
I
what to
agree
tell
with you.
Yeah, the Van Horn one. What is it? Universal something? I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 schools. They're just known for debate.
Yeah.
And Sumner they did state. I think they got second in state last year, second place in all of Kansas. So that's pretty good. My son was on that team, so he got
Okay.
to participate on that
That's
one
cool.
too. But my youngest, he loves doing it. I've watched it. It's not quite as exciting. I think it's probably more exciting if you're doing it than if you're watching. Because if you're watching, it's not quite as exciting.
What's more exciting, is it debate or spelling bee?
I think I'd probably spelling bee. Because at least you know. I think
depends
I know
on
how
the
to spell
topic.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
does
guys,
depend on the topic.
anybody here ever? Did you guys participate in spelling bees back in school?
I remember.
No, I
doing-
did, but I never really won. But I
Yeah,
usually
I
did
rem-
pretty well because I was always a pretty good speller, so I
okay.
usually did good at that.
So you were always in the final, the
Yeah.
top or the final 10 or final 5 or
Yeah, probably.
yeah.
Probably, and I never made it to complete the win, but
Yeah.
I didn't really mind school. When excuse me, got a hiccup here.
Yeah, because that was just a grade school thing, right? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, I
think
think so.
middle school
Yeah.
did.
Well, no, because
spelling bees.
they do it in my middle school that I work at now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did watch them, and
I was going to say, I thought that
they were doing that.
by the
yeah.
time you get to middle school, you should know how to spell.
Well,
You would
yeah,
hope.
but
I don't
mean,
know. I was
I don't know about that, Jose.
actually watching the spelling bee. It was like a month or 2 ago, and I was like, I know that word. No, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I had to walk into one of the auditoriums where they were trying.
Yeah.
Wait. You just said at a middle school you work at.
We ever get into that?
Yes, we're warming to that.
Okay. Okay.
I will explain everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, so earlier you said you played a little bit of the guitar,
Yes.
and what was it? Why didn't you get into?
I just never continued it. I don't know why. I enjoyed it. I loved music. I think probably the reason is that Blessed Sacrament had a really good music program. I mean, they I don't know. Thinking back, I don't know how much money they spent on musical instruments, but they spent a lot of money
Really?
because they had all kinds of nice instruments. St. John's was a smaller school, and I don't think they could have afforded to supply the kids with instruments like that. And I think it's probably why it fell off, why I quit doing it, because they didn't have as large a music program as St. John the Baptist's.
Okay.
You know, they still had choir and things like that, but no musical instruments. So I think that's kind of why I used to play the guitar, and I liked it. We would play in church all the time when we'd have school masses, and they had a large group of children that would play, and they actually played pretty well, of what I recall. But even today, I hear Catholic songs that they play in church, and I recognize, oh yeah, I remember kind of how to play this, you know. But but I just never really pursued it. I think probably I could have been somebody. I could have been a musician.
You could have been at the Tejano Star from
I could have
Kansas.
been. I could have been from
Right.
Kansas. Scary.
And you know what? Speaking of guitar, you own a guitar.
Oh, I have tons of them.
So why did you have? Why did you need that other guitar you just won at the Valentine's Day?
Because it was autographed. Cheech and Chong autographed
Oh,
it.
well, yeah, you're right. Speaking of Cheech and Chong, yeah, I got them up there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I hung it up in my living room.
Oh, in your living room.
Oh yeah, I think my wife was not too happy about it.
I was going to ask you to bring it and maybe just.
I took a picture of it. That's actually where I
just
hung
leave
it
it here for a little while.
Yeah, we can hang it in here, Tommy. You know, I can let people know. Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
it's a Cheech and Chong.
as long as you acknowledge me on every show.
let's do it. Your
We
name.
can I'll sponsor your guitar. No, they don't have an empty spot on my wall.
Yeah.
My wife, she kind of looked at me when I got it, and
Yeah.
I have a kind of a rec room downstairs where I have my DJ stuff, and it
Yeah.
was supposed to go down there originally.
Yeah. You can just.
I'll find it. Yeah, I'll find
send,
it. 'Cause
Send it to me.
Yeah, I'll find it to you. Yeah,
Maybe we
Because-
can show the
Yeah.
people out there what I'm talking about. Yeah, Cheech and Chong guitar, which was it was
It was
badass
a
guitar.
It was a cool guitar.
Yeah, it was.
And yeah, I looked it up on the internet, and it's authentic. It
Yeah.
got a certificate of authenticity and
sweet.
everything. So whoever donated it was quite generous.
Wow, that's awesome.
You know.
Did you win that off a raffle?
Yeah.
Was it a raffle? Yeah. Got lucky.
Yeah, we didn't win anything that night.
You always win something all the time. I don't even want to hear it. You're always winning something. So
we didn't. Wait,
We ended up with
what did we end up winning? That
8 masks.
night? We won those luchador masks
Oh, you did?
at one of the events that we went to.
do you wear them around the house? or anything?
You know what? We can all put one on right now.
Oh, sweet.
No.
Yeah. Do I wear
So-
around the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
You scare the neighbors.
Yeah.
so at the time, so we'll get into the you used to when you were you're a nurse now. You used to
I'm
work
still a nurse.
nights, right?
I've worked days, I've worked nights, I've worked weekends, I've worked holidays. I've been all over the place.
Yeah.
The last one before
That was
this,
a graveyard shift, right?
yes,
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the evening until 6 o'clock in the morning,
Oh man.
which wasn't that bad. But all I did was work and sleep.
All right, I got a nurse question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy owns a lawn mowing company, you think they'd be pretty good at mowing their lawn? This guy used to be a hand engraver, so he used to engrave things just at home for projects. How'd you let your shoulder get that infected? As a
It
nurse,
was actually a momentary thing.
was it like that quick?
It was that quick.
In a
It was
day
that
it was
quick.
done?
Well, what had happened is it started bothering me. It was hurting a little bit, and I called the doctor and I ordered antibiotics.
Okay, so you were on top
So
of it.
yeah,
That's some good context.
I
was
did.
like,
Yeah,
how-
I got.
how you
I
let a
got.
nurse-
I ordered antibiotics this and that, but it was it just went out of control, and it was actually that Saturday. It was that Saturday, and it started hurting a little bit. So I ordered antibiotics, got antibiotics, started taking them, and it was that next Thursday when I had to go to the hospital. So it was that quick that it got bad.
I would have been more worried if you were just like, nah, it'll be all right. Like,
And that's usually how I am. My wife gripes at me because I'm the worst patient ever. You know, so there's something wrong. Nah, I'll be fine. I'll get over it. No, I got COVID. When it first came out, I was sick for about a month, and she was griping at me to go to the hospital. And of course, no, I've got an oximeter. As long as my oxygen go over 90, don't call nobody. So I was sick for a month with COVID when it first came out, but I knew the hospital couldn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as I was still breathing, I was okay. And I made it.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, but no.
So are we on nursing right now?
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
I can ask about nursing. What type of nurse are you?
I am
like, do
now.
you see the gory stuff? Are you?
I used to.
You used to at some point.
I used to. I mean,
Okay.
I've seen wounds that you couldn't imagine. I've done things.
So you have
I've
the
done
stomach.
things with I've done things with his hand you would not want to know.
Really?
I'll show you later, my if you want to. No, but now I've done that for about 15 years, and now this year I'm now a school nurse,
Oh, okay.
which is why I mentioned the kids.
You're literally
I am now
a school
nurse now.
Got
Yes.
it. Oh, okay. So
Which-
you left the hospital industry. That
Yeah, long-term care, rehab. I left there, and I went to be a school nurse.
ah.
My wife, she has worked for the district for a length of time. I think.
Which
12.
district?
USD 500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a teacher there.
Is she? I didn't know that.
Teacher's aide. She
okay.
does something with the little bitty kids.
Yeah.
So Beto's been teaching for a long
Yeah,
time.
a long time, and she loves it. She loves. And yeah, I wish they need to pay more. I wish
What's the opposite of that one?
Yeah, not that one.
they need to pay more.
Yeah,
they
they
need to pay more. Definitely
Yeah.
all the teachers, but she loves what she's doing. And she's always bugging me. Why don't you go to the district? Go to the district. Go to the district. So
Get your
this
summers
year
off.
I did. We had these snow days. It drove me crazy
Mhm.
being home. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being
Yeah.
home. And snow days for a nurse, there is no such thing. We go in regardless. So,
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I did start working. I work at Gloria Willis. It's a middle school.
Oh, is that
and
where you're at? Okay.
Where's
Yeah,
that?
so-
Where's that located?
Right there on 63rd, 64th, and between Parallel and State. Used to be where the old Coronado was.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
but I am actually
I have basketball memories there.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually the sales nurse. We have two nurses there. We have a nurse that was the general education nurse, which takes care of all the kids, and then I'm actually the sales nurse. I have the medically fragile children that need a nurse to give them meds, feed them.
okay.
They have seizures or other issues that they have, and they need a nurse that's right there. So I'm actually in the classroom with these children.
Oh, is that a
Is
new
that
position?
regular? Yeah. Is that a
Yeah.
No, I think it's an unheard of position.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you made this up. You just showed up.
As long as
you
they keep,
showed up, and
as
I
long
said,
as they keep
I'm going to
paying
be in
me.
the
He made his own position.
There you go.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's good. Good
It's
for you, man.
I get off at 3:30.
Yep.
My kids go home. I see them in the morning when they come in. I take care of them. You get kind of attached to them.
That's cool. But you know what?
You
There
know.
is one downfall to this.
What's that?
You told me when you were working nights, that's how you kept up with our show.
Well, yeah, but now I can get off at 3:30 and I can watch.
He's got
okay,
time
so-
now.
I have
Now you
time
got
now. I have my weekends off now.
Now,
Yeah.
now you don't
I
get
have
paid to
snow.
watch us.
I have snow days.
Christmas
I have
break,
Christmas
spring break.
which is the weirdest thing. Yeah, next week
Yep.
we're gonna have spring break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be off all week.
So you're on your boys' schedule.
That sucks.
Yes, it does sometimes because
No,
then I gotta hang
no,
out
that's
with
good
my
for you,
wife
man.
and kids. But no, but I mean, it's,
Yeah.
don't tell them I said that.
All right.
But,
Well, we'll cut that part out.
yeah, there you go. No, it's nice. It's nice to get to hang out, and I get to actually my youngest son, his birthday is this Tuesday.
Okay.
So we're gonna
After
go
St. Patty's
figure
Day,
out-
huh?
Mhm. Yep.
So
yep.
Are you the only one in your district?
yeah. Did this job fall into your lap, or was
I'm
it
still-
out?
I'm
I
still
told
on the
you he
position.
made it
I'm
up.
still
I
on the
made it
position.
up.
I made it up. I mean, no, but what they do is any child that's medically fragile, they go to two certain
Okay.
grade schools. I
Oh,
think
okay,
it's. I don't even remember which one they are. I think it's Silver City and Isaiah. I don't know.
Oh.
There's and they all get bused to that school.
Uh-huh.
In middle school, all of them, if they're medically fragile, they go to my school, Gloria Willis.
Oh, okay.
And if they continue to high school, they go to
Yeah.
Harmon.
Oh.
So they're always in those schools. Yeah, that explains a lot. My wife's a Harmon Hawk, so I had to make fun of her. That explains a lot.
Yeah, we're here,
of course.
Harmon Hawks.
Oh yeah, you too. I forgot. You're
Yes.
one too. Are you a Harmon Hawk too?
Nope. I'm a bulldog.
Okay. I'm a cyclone, so
Yeah.
yeah. There we go. Little windy city.
Yeah,
But that's how it goes. The district, they funnel all
Yeah.
the children that are medically fragile through through my school, and then they go to Harmon
Right.
after.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking me. Like when I was in fourth grade,
Right.
I got type 1
oh,
diabetes.
that's true. Yeah.
See, that's
Mm-hmm.
now
I give
that,
myself injections and
yeah,
stuff.
but our gen ed nurse takes care of that. We do
Okay,
have
cool.
students that they're other than maybe they are diabetic or maybe might have a seizure or something or
Uh-huh.
anything.
Yeah.
But the gen ed nurse watches them. But mine are the ones that I have to
Most
watch
severe.
closely.
Mhm.
They're more severe. They're in
Wow.
they're in wheelchairs.
Yeah,
You know, they're
yeah.
they're a nonverbal.
Yes. Yeah.
That's like our school nurse. I had to have been her first diabetic because she didn't know what the hell to do.
Oh, really?
She just
I
kept,
still
she
hear-
kept some orange juice there that my mom would
Yeah.
provide in case I got a low blood sugar. But
But
like,
it is
other than
interesting
that,
to this day.
Type 1?
there-
Are you a type 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're kind of young for a type 2 and you're still thin. So
Yeah, but I've had it since I was 10, so it
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, my best friend, she passed away. She was a type 1 and they had her.
sorry to hear
They
that.
diagnosed her when she was a baby. They diagnosed her. But she made it through liver transplants and everything. But
Yeah.
she did great. She controlled it and we had a great time while she was here. She passed away right before my son was born. She was actually going to
Oh, wow.
hang out with my wife and help me raise my son when I was at work. So
Oh, okay.
but yeah, Jennifer Greenlee, she was a real good friend of mine, and was a type 1, and that's where I learned a lot about diabetes and that because I would help take care of her, and
Yeah.
I need my shots, I need this, I'm not feeling good, I'd have to kind of watch over her when we're hanging out. So
Yeah.
So I got a friend of mine. He's got a daughter in, let's say she's like a sophomore in high school, but it's so normalized that her best friend is a type 1 diabetic that the best friend shares her glucose monitor with
Yeah.
like his daughter. So she'll like go on there and be like, "Hey, you need to eat something,"
Yeah,
and
you're
send her a
running a
text
little
and stuff
low.
like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That's wild!" Like I was pricking my finger back
Yeah,
then, but
yeah.
like
oh yeah,
just the technology, the availability, and all
That's
that sort
true.
of stuff, where these kids are just
Yeah.
open and transparent of everybody of, "Hey, this is where I'm at."
yeah, it's
Look
it's
it up.
unfortunate that being diabetic, it's the new normal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
I think it's a
diabetic.
pandemic, and
It
we're
could
not-
be. There's
we're not
something.
addressing it. But,
Yeah. And it's more noticeable because everybody's wearing the
yeah,
The
the
transmitters.
monitors.
the
Yeah.
monitors now, and so you know, like, oh wow, there are more people that are diabetic.
Those monitors. Do you only wear those on your arms, or can you wear on any part of your body?
Anywhere there's fat.
Usually the arms or
Okay.
sometimes the abdomen, depending on the brand. Some brands won't go on your
Okay, why am I
abdomen.
asking you guys? I should be asking.
Well, he's diabetic.
Well,
He probably
he's
knows-
an expert
he probably
as
knows-
well.
I got one.
But
Yeah.
his is on his arm.
He
That's why I
probably knows
said.
more than I do. He probably
Yeah,
knows
well,
more
you
than
can't
I
wear it
do.
on your neck. Oh wait, you can't wear it on your neck.
No.
Yeah,
Maybe if you
It's
got.
supposed to be somewhere fatty.
Okay. That makes sense.
I got a lot of places I can put that.
So then, what hospital were you at?
I've never worked in a hospital. I've worked at long-term care.
Oh, you never worked in a hospital.
I've always worked long-term care. I've always worked rehab.
Oh.
I've always worked,
Oh,
assisted
okay.
living. I mean, there's different.
Okay, gotcha.
There's so many opportunities
Yes,
that you can have
that's
with
true.
being a nurse that I've never had the desire to work at a hospital. Never,
Okay.
I've never had the desire to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And how does that work? If you wanted to, you just
I just apply.
apply
I
it
just apply.
just like anybody. Well, we can't apply it to a hospital, but I mean you can.
yeah.
Okay,
You just apply
that's
for
just
one.
weird.
I've just never had the desire. I've got a cousin.
I didn't
that
know
works-
if it was a.
I've got a cousin that works at KU. She loves it there.
Okay.
You know, and she works long term care, but it's what fits you.
Yeah.
As a nurse, certain things I like to do then certain things I don't like to do.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of figure where you fit at, where your niche is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that I would like dealing with children. I love it.
Yeah.
I
Even though
really-
you raised 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
It's
not
just
mine.
not
I,
the
I
same.
can
But
send
when
them, I
it's
can
not
send them home.
yours, yeah.
right. Yeah.
I can send them home.
Yeah.
Go home. And even with the children that I deal with, I still have other children that are special education children.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just not my few medically fragile. I also deal with the other children too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of course I don't have 100% where I'm busy all the time. So I could deal with the other
Yeah.
children. I've got one who's who has cancer,
Oh.
and he's the biggest doll you could. He's about my size, but about half my height. Big boy, but he's attached to me, and he's like my little buddy.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
That's
That's cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're great to deal with the children.
So what is it that made you finally listen to your wife and try school?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What? So was there a job
I think it was,
opening?
yeah, there was a job opening,
And
and,
it
I
was
and I
just-
just applied just on a humbug. I was
Okay.
like, okay, let me try what they. What's the worst they can say is no,
Right.
and they called.
Right.
And they called. And they said,
Tell me if this is too personal, but
Mm-hmm.
they can't be paying you as well as other places, right?
yeah, it's funny, but actually, I get paid just as well.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
about the same.
It's because of the years of experience I have.
Sure.
If I were to
Okay.
start as
Probably not, yeah.
as a nurse, no,
For
it
sure.
wouldn't be because they add in the years of experience. That I
Oh,
have.
cool. Okay, that makes it
When
better.
COVID started, I don't know about a lot of nurses, but I know my pay shot up exponentially.
I had some
when
friends
COVID
that were
came.
travel nurses in that time.
Yeah, the travel nurses, they found out nurses were a little more in need than they were paying, so they had to raise wages. That way they could keep nurses. Because if XYZ was offering you $10 more an hour, I'm
Yeah.
going to go over there.
Right. Yeah.
I can get $5 more over here. I'm going over there. So they had to be more competitive. The market corrected itself basically.
Yeah.
Nurses still aren't getting paid what they're supposed to. CNAs are still not getting paid, but the market has somewhat corrected itself.
Sure.
Where it's gotten a little bit better.
Oh, that's good.
Like
Yeah.
teachers, like most people that are working, you never get paid what you're worth.
Right.
You know, so it's still correcting itself.
Well, good.
So the people out there want to know what's the attire that you wear. What do you
Scrubs?
You wear the scrub or whatever.
I wear that. This is what I wore to work
Do you
today.
do you wear like the headband with the reflector on it? You know, look like a symbol. I had never understood what that was.
It's for the light. It's for the doctors.
So
they
it
can
was
see.
for
It's to reflect the light so they can see.
So
You know,
could-
like
So it
you
was a reflector.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can aim it if
you know
you
how
needed
how
to.
mechanics wear the headlight with
Yeah,
you
uh-huh.
can see. It was a reflector so that the doctors could see. That's
Okay.
what that was old fashioned.
You should bring it back, man. That'd be dope.
Thinking with no hair and a reflector. I probably scared the kids though.
Yeah,
Or they'd make
what you
fun
do
of
is
me.
you don't have to put it on the band. What you do is put Velcro on your forehead. You just pop it on there, and you'd be
Or get like a suction cup. I could get a suction cup. That would
There
work.
you go.
That would work. Yeah, I could do that.
Pop it
no,
on.
but I don't have to. Yeah, I go to school. Actually, I usually have superhero stuff that I wear.
Oh, so you wear a
I
cape?
wouldn't.
He is a superhero.
You wear a cape with tights?
I don't know about the tights part. Yeah. No, but I usually wear like superhero stuff, like superhero T-shirts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
That's
work
with
with
the
kids.
kids.
I work
Yeah.
with kids, and they feel more comfortable with me because I think a lot of times they perceive me as a male, as a a fatherly figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they perceive me. And it's funny how the kids react to me, even as kind of a big guy as I am, compared to these 5th, 6th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. They're tiny.
Yeah.
And they look at me, and I'm kind of big and overbearing. But when they come to me, they've learned, okay, he's just like a big teddy bear, you know, which is kind of how I want them to perceive me.
Yeah.
You know, I am a dad, so and then they figure out, oh, he has kids too. He's not any different than my dad. And I think that's why the one child that has that has kind of grown to be kind of my kid at school, how he grew to me, because he pictures me as kind of his dad at school.
Okay.
And it's funny because he doesn't speak English, but he's always coming to me, and we do have an aide that speaks Spanish that they can communicate with me if they need to. But I'm kind of his protector.
Yeah.
You know, but
You're one of very few male
People in the school.
in the schools. Yeah.
Yeah.
true, and that's not either a teacher or like a principal or a
Yeah.
disciplinarian.
Do you speak Spanish
Yeah.
to them?
No.
No, he has an aide.
But the Spanish, you're like tacos,
I can-
y
yeah, I can- I-
burritos,
I can-
enchiladas.
I can get you fed.
That's
I
kind
can
of
get you to the
racist.
back. Hey, that's the important part. I can get you fed. I can get you. I can order you a drink, and I can tell you where the bathroom is. That's about it.
Right. Yeah. You ever just want to choke one out? No, I'm just kidding. You got to answer that.
no.
Choke who out?
You're one of them little kids that just want to.
Don't answer that.
I won't answer that. Like your own kids.
He's only been there
Blink
a
twice,
year.
blink
He's
twice
only
if
been
you
there a
ask.
year.
They're usually pretty good. They do have their issues, but
Yeah.
I think it's gotten to a point where I've had two sons
Yeah.
I've raised. I know what they are, and they're still, even though they have different needs, they're still teenage kids.
Okay, so you had to break up a fight? Not your kids, but
No,
just
I
being
have-
around.
I
and
haven't,
being,
but I have had to be the nurse where I had to patch them up.
Oh,
The district is very strict on who can
Oh.
touch the kids, who can handle the
Yeah.
kids. You know, there was one they were in a fight, and I could not grab her and hold her to keep her in the auditorium to keep her from beating up the other girl. So what I had to do, turn my back to her, stand in the door. That way I wasn't touching her, but I wasn't letting her pass.
yeah.
Because she was trying to escape to get the other girl to get in the fight. And of course, I had a discussion with the girl. I said, "You're kind of strong, you know." She was a little bitty girl, but when she was mad, she was
yeah.
trying to push
That
me out of the
adrenaline was
way.
going.
Yeah, it was going.
So
and-
you had to block her out.
yeah, I had to block her from going out the door, and so I just turned my back to her, and she's running into me, and I'm like, "I'm not going to let you go through, so you might as well just stop."
What's the liability there?
It's a huge liability.
But I'm saying, like,
Huge liability.
is that on the school? I feel like the liability is on the school to let a police officer or a trained person do it. Like, are you making
we had
yourself
them-
liable
well,
by being
well-
in that doorway?
We had the police officer there, but he was trying to keep her from other us as long as I wasn't touching her. Now they do have a certain training that they have, the school district that I have not been through, where you can restrain kids, but I have not been through
CPI
that training.
training.
CPI training. I actually showed up to our district office to get that training, and they didn't have a spot for me ready, so I hadn't went through it. So
That's because you had your Superman shirt on. You didn't need to.
I guess whatever works. Hey,
Right.
But yeah, but I mean, it's kind of nice because the children that are there don't see me. They do see me as an authority figure, but not as kind of a positive, as a safe.
Yeah.
A safe. I'm the nurse. I'm not giving you homework. I'm
Yeah.
not going to get you in trouble. I'm not making sure that you're on class in time. You know, and now I might tell you, hey, you need to go in here and get to class.
Yeah.
But they see me as this, which I can't think is kind of what they need. They need a safe area, somewhere safe. I don't feel good, and even if it's just my tummy hurts, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know, they can come to me or come to the other nurse and do that.
Okay, I have to ask this question because I remember I had a head full of hair in grade school or even middle school. Do you all still check for lice?
They do report it, but it's not like when we were in school.
Because I remember we'd have to sit down in a chair and the nurse would bring out a popsicle stick and just start flicking her hair
Not
around.
anymore.
They don't
It's not-
anymore because
No.
it's against their rights, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not even something that you could send the kids home for.
Nope, not
you,
anymore.
You send a note home, hey, have your child checked out, but you can't send them. You know how you used to be able to send them
Yep.
home, or if they didn't have their shots,
Yep.
they didn't get to come to school. They can not have their
Yep.
shots and come to school.
Yep.
The only catch is that depending on whatever they get, if they get the whatever illness, or if one of their classmates gets the illness, if they don't have their shots, they have to be gone for a certain amount of days.
Okay.
There's one, I think, is it hepatitis or something? It's almost a whole year they had to be gone. I've had to look at the list, but there's some. if you don't have your shots, they still do have a consequence, but it's not as bad as it used to be when we were in school.
Yeah.
You had to have your shots or you couldn't even enroll. Now it's not that. But it's a lot different. A lot different.
Luckily, we can still fevers and throwing up. You can't come back 24 hours.
Yeah. No, I do argue. I do have some that I have to argue with.
Yeah.
They'll start throwing up. Nope, you're going. You got to go home.
Yeah.
But it's a behavior. I can't argue with you if it's a behavior. All I know, your child threw up.
Yep.
If it's a behavior, you need to address that at home.
Yep.
My job as a nurse is to see they got sick. You got to take them home. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
And you can't send them back tomorrow morning. You got to wait 24 hours.
So what school do you work at? You must work at a school. You know all the rules.
Yeah.
Where do you work? What school
I'm in
you
Shawnee Mission
okay.
at Rose Hill. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But I was in KCK prior to Shawnee Mission.
Where'd you work?
I was at Whittier.
Okay. Yeah, my wife, she works at what is it? What's the grade school? Or the elementary, not elementary, early childhood. Morris, over there in Arbordale.
Oh, she's at Morris?
That's where my wife works at.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's been to a few schools because she's been there. I think she worked at Bethel before.
Oh, uh-huh.
She's always been in early childhood.
Okay, yeah.
So she loves it. She's been in it forever. So
That's cool.
yeah, so she dragged me into the school district.
Well, it sounds like it was a great
It has.
a great
it
fit
has.
for you. I
It
mean,
has
it
been.
sounds like.
And I think that's probably why I was reluctant at some point because I didn't know if it was going to be a fit for me or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to deal with
Because
these
you
kids.
were dealing with, I'm going to guess,
Elderly.
older people,
Yeah,
elderly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of reluctant because of that. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I can do kids.
Yeah.
But then I thought, well, I didn't know if I could do nursing, and I did it for this long.
Well, you're in middle school. Try elementary. Yeah.
Is that worse? Different?
Different. You're going from one extreme from elderly if you went down to the little ones,
Yeah. But
But they may be fun too, though. They're fun.
yeah, it's definitely interesting. Definitely a different type of job.
All right, let's get into
That's cool.
let's get into your other so-called I call profession.
Mm-hmm.
You also MC, you're DJ.
Yes.
So the DJing is like for like quinceañeras, fiestas, parties,
Yes.
stuff like that, right?
Quinceañeras, yeah.
And then you-
weddings. I've done weddings, quinceañeras, birthday parties.
Yeah. When you do
What's
like
the DJ name?
I actually I was originally going to be DJ Cruz, but my sons kept poking fun at me, so I just do DJ Tommy now. The whole thing with DJ Cruz, I used to own a Camaro, and I used to have a custom vanity plate that said KRUZMSL, Cruise Missile.
okay.
I used to be in a car club. Well, everybody started calling me Cruz because that was what was in the car club I was in for many years, so it kind of stuck. So I was like, okay, I'll just use that. Well, no, my son started making fun of me, so it's like, fine, I won't use it. So every now and then, some people will call me Cruz, but that means they probably knew me from my car club days when I had
So
sports
what
cars.
is it about our sons that just think they can just do that? To
I don't
us,
know.
right?
I think
It's the natural progression of life. Your
Whoa,
children
Chris
will
is a
now Chris wants to comment.
your children will bully you out of any bad habits in your past.
Well, what you don't realize
Yeah.
is that your father can replace you. You can be replaced.
I'm already the third one. And then he got a daughter.
Don't go to the light.
Wait, so you can bully your parents? Can they bully you back,
Oh yeah, I'm good at it,
Chris?
Chris.
I mean, that's natural. We just shame them when they have dumb things from their past. Like,
See?
All right, Chris, you
Like
gotta
Dad's
eat, you
idea
gotta
of
eat things
being
other
a-
than chicken strips, man. You gotta eat more foods than just chicken strips and ramen noodles.
Is that all you eat?
What are you doing?
No, it's
You're
not
an
all
adult.
I eat. I got pizza in there somewhere.
He's spitting
Oh,
facts
And
over
pizza.
there.
Throw pizza.
Pizza rolls and
Yeah. So usually it's just when they put on announcements, they just put DJ Tommy.
DJ Tom.
I'm the only Tommy around here, so they know who I am.
That's a DJ. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You still DJ like for Las Estrellas, like or the bands that need the intermission.
Yeah, like the
Intermission
Valentine's Day
breaks.
dance. You know how I did. You know, between
okay.
while they're setting up, I can play while they're doing that, or MC or announce things that's going on. Las Estrellas, David's probably the one that got me into it, doing it. He was really supportive when I started doing the radio show, and that's kind of who led me into doing.
Oh, so radio show came first, then DJ.
Yes, radio show came first. I did some DJing just for family before, but it wasn't anything very often.
Yeah,
And
it was the cheap one. It was the cheap way. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was me back in the day. Too,
Yeah.
you know?
I was the nephew that could do it.
I was
Well,
I was the one
knew
that had the
music.
equipment. You know, you had the equipment, you had the music.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly how it started is my wife is actually the one that started. She's the one that caused all this, so it's all her fault.
That was just getting thrown under the bus left and right here.
Well, what happened is that family friend of ours, we were mutual friends. The husband and wife once a year we would take our sons to the monster trucks.
Okay.
And the wives would go to the casino. We had a boys' night, and she had a girls' night. They had a girls' night. We would do that for years and years.
Yeah.
One year, Veronica won a decent amount of money.
Okay.
And she knew I would like speakers, so she bought me DJ speakers for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
And that's how it started. Now, bought new equipment, more equipment, added
You had
more
the speakers,
equipment.
but you had to go
So
get
what's the
equipment.
setup? What are you rocking?
I've got 2 Alto 15s, 2 Alto 18s, 2 Pioneer. I got an FLX6.
Your laptop?
I've got a Mac.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a MacBook Pro. If
What
you're
program?
Virtual DJ.
All right. I like
Virtual
some
DJ.
virtual DJ.
I also use like for the radio station. I use a iPad, but I used what is it? Not virtual DJ. I can't even think what program it is here. Let me look. 'Cause I've got.
Do you have the horns?
I have the sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got tons of sound effects. Nice. I have to get used to it because the new programmer I have, it actually has 4 separate channels, but it's just me getting quick enough to be able to use them.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know, being able to jump into it. But I've got just about everything. I've got 2 mixers. I've got 2 standalones. I've got just about everything I need.
Cool.
I like it. You know, the headphones, the wires, everything. It's.
Are you a fader? Do you get creative?
It depends on the music. Usually, if I'm getting creative, it's because I'm not having anybody listen to it. Because if I make a mistake,
Sure.
But usually I'll just fade. I just fade into it, and I usually play with rules of 3. You know, like if I'm doing an event, I'll do 3 maybe Tejano's songs, maybe 3 R&Bs. That way, nobody gets kind of fed up with one type of music. You got to play a little bit for everybody.
Read the crowd.
Yeah, and even if the crowd is really reactive to a type of song, you got to give them a chance for a break if they're dancing.
Yeah,
that way kind of calm it down. That way they can breathe. Because I've been at events where the songs one after another hit. You want to dance and you're about ready to half die because you're tired.
Right.
But I enjoy doing it. It's funny because I've been really doing the DJ thing on the radio for almost a little over about 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I get more nervous doing live DJing than I do on the radio. But it was funny when I had Lisa doing hers, she was the opposite. She got nervous on the radio.
Yeah.
But it really depends on the type of DJ that you learn.
Yeah.
How you learn to do it. And I started more on the radio side.
Cool. You know, let's jump right into that. Yeah. So how's it get going? So you're at KKFI 90.1 FM.
Yes. Tejano on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Started at 7:30. Now it starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah.
They moved the times to adjust for different shows and that. So I was not too happy about it at all.
Really?
And a lot of people that were listening were not. They were pissed.
Really?
You see all the ugly emails I got. Why did they move? I say, hey, it wasn't me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't my choice. Wasn't my choice. If it was up to me, I'd make the show longer.
Yeah.
You know, because they started tuning in at the time they normally were ready, and there was talk on there, talk show, and then they were PO'd, you know, so I got a few nasty grams from that. But, you know, once I told them, hey, it wasn't my fault, I'm sorry, you know, but I've got a lot of loyal listeners that hang out every night, did send texts and send messages and that, so it's nice to do. As I said, I've been doing it for about 7 years.
Yeah.
The show itself's been around for about 30 years.
Okay.
So a lot of history.
Because who was doing it prior to you?
Viviana
That's
and
right.
Manny Martinez.
That's right. Okay.
And how that worked out. Actually, this precipitated all the way back to high school. Originally in high school, I went to school with another guy. His name was Thomas also. And through the years, I'd kept in contact with him, Facebook, this, that, and the other. And Veronica and I ended up moving to San Antonio. She worked for the phone company for Southwestern Bell back when it was around. And she worked for a service center, and they said, well, you can either A, lose your job, move to St. Louis or move to San Antonio? She said, well, and of course at that time we had no kids, nothing. We were just dating. And she said, well, let's go check out San Antonio. So I went with her, and we decided to live there. Well, I learned the music as we lived there. I did car audio back then, so I knew I could get a job there doing that, and I did. Eventually, I did end up working for Southwestern Bell also, and then we lived there for about a year. But at that time when I was there, I learned the music, the Tejano music. Although I don't speak Spanish, I liked the music. I liked the way to dance to it. We would go out dancing all the time because, of course, we didn't have kids, so we could go out all the time. And that's how all that started. This was back in 97, 98. Lo and behold, 7 years prior to now, Thomas remembered that I knew the music. So he was actually originally supposed to take over the show from Viviana. Viviana was wanting to get ready to retire. She wanted to leave the show, and she was going to originally leave it to him. I was going to come in as a backup, just kind of hang out with him and just do the music. And through things that he couldn't control, he could no longer be on the show. So it ended up being my show.
Okay.
I actually ran into Lisa. What was it? It was actually one of the Eagles Nest events that she was doing. I said, hey, you know the music. Would you be interested in co-hosting with me? So he said, yeah. And then the rest was history.
Okay, cool.
The rest was history. So
what's your favorite part of doing this, being the radio DJ that you are?
Really, the music. It is the music. It is the music. I've enjoyed it for years. I probably drive my sons crazy because I'm always playing Mexican music. I do listen to a lot of different genres of music, rock and roll, country, just about everything. Yeah. But Tejano is usually my primary that I do listen to. And it probably drives my sons crazy that I listen to it all the time. Yeah. I just enjoy it. I enjoy the sound of it.
All right, I got a couple quick questions.
Yeah.
Were you wiring or were you building speaker boxes?
Back
when you were doing car audio?
I was doing everything.
A little bit of everything?
Everything. My specialty was actually alarm systems.
Oh, okay.
Alarm systems. I did do wiring, but I preferred doing alarm systems. All right. Because customers couldn't fiddle with them. Because of course, first thing they do the sound system, set everything perfect. First thing they do is pull out of this car audio shop, crank all the gains up on the amps, turn everything up, and then wonder why they blew all their speakers. So alarm systems they can't touch. It's on, off, leave it alone. So I actually preferred doing the alarm system, but I did do the car audio. And it was nothing I could afford when I was that young. I couldn't afford it, the stuff I was putting in, but it was fun. Yeah. You know, you got to go see the USAC competitions, all that, and go see your stuff compete. But it was neat. It was neat to do that.
With the music now, are you finding new Tejano music, or are you kind of stuck in an era? And
I like the older one, but I do check charts from other areas, Texas area, Houston area, all over for new music. So I do find new music. The funny thing is that, and one of the reasons I didn't really share the views of the guy that I was going to do the show is he thought it was stuck in an era. He said, and I'll quote, that he thought that Tejano music was dead. It's only dead if you only listen to certain ones. Because I actually go to charts and I'll find new music. And some of my shows, you'll notice I play stuff you've never heard before. Because I'll actually go to different shows and I'll look at their list and I'll say, okay, this is a new one. This is a new artist. This is new, So I do pull new music. It's different in that there's not you have to look for the new music that's going to be danceable. You're going to be able to listen to. Yeah, it's not a steady, but it is out there. It is out there. Okay. The support's there. It's just you got to look for it more.
Do you have a few bands that you're looking for specifically, or is it kind of just songs as they pop up?
Just kind of songs as they pop up. There's a lot of new bands that come out, and like Freddie Records, they're usually pretty good at finding new artists. And although they may be a new artist, they might have a little taste of something that's a little bit classic or that you might be able to dance to or Sure. So it's really more of a feel, because when I listen to the Tejano music, since I don't speak Spanish, I don't know what they're saying. But if I can hear, this sounds good. This would be danceable. This is energetic. And then of course my wife corrects me. he's saying that he's cheating on her and this and this. I don't know what he's saying. All I know is this sounds like a good song because she'll break it down to me. Hey, he's saying this or she's saying that, and what are you listening to? Oh, I do. I'm just listening because it's a good song.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, and you got to stick with the classics as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. You don't play the classics, nobody's going to listen to you,
right?
Because it is an older genre of music, and honestly, we're getting older. The people that listen to Down on Music, you don't have a lot of young support. It's funny because I'm having Michael Ledesma come in, and he's in his 20s, loves the music. But you don't see a lot of 20-year-olds listening to Tejano these days.
Right.
They like the Pitbull and other stuff like that and things like that, which is okay.
Yeah.
But it's not traditional Tejano music, conjunto music that we listen to now that I like. So you've got to kind of work with that.
So all these artists that have been around for a good long, are they still putting music out like Ram? I mean,
Ram still is. He's got some new songs that have come out and I've played.
Yeah.
Little Joe, no, he's kind of on his classics. He might pop out a special edition song, or you might get a remix of a classic song that a new artist is doing. That kind of pops up. But your classic Tejano artist, not really. Gary Hobbs does put out a lot of newer things, but it gets to a point where they start sounding kind of similar to their old stuff.
Yeah.
But they'll reintroduce it, which I like. Yeah. I like the old stuff. I like the '90s Tejano music.
Yeah.
If I could do a show, I would just do a show with just Moss. I'd just sit there, just drive him crazy. Yeah, just drive him crazy. But I've got to be careful on the show. I can only play a certain number of songs of certain artists because of copyright issues. I can't do a whole show of just one artist or something.
Yeah, I get that.
I've got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
So,
do you like mariachi music?
I like to listen to it. Yes, definitely do like to listen to it. Yeah, it's very, very inspirational, and it kind of makes you proud to listen to it. That something is your heritage, and it sounds so beautiful. It sounds so beautiful. It's meaningful.
Yep, it is very much so.
On the opposite end of that, are you listening to any other like Bad Bunny?
See, I'm not. I've heard them, and I've actually played a couple of their songs on the show.
Yeah.
If it's kind of Tejano-y, my only thing is if it's Spanish and it's danceable, I'll play it.
Sure.
You kind of want to stretch out into different genres and that to kind of bring in people or different types of music that you may not normally listen to.
Yeah.
I listen to all kinds of things, so it's not anything that I don't mind or I don't exclusively only play Tejano. I can't. I'm not a purist. If it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah.
What's the furthest listener? Or is it just a Kansas City?
Oh no, we have a tracker where we can see where they're looking. I've had people listening from Germany.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a program that we can see. You can see. I don't see it particularly how many listeners are, but it'll show where people have logged in, and cool. We've had people from Germany, Europe,
really?
all kinds of different areas
log
in at different times and listen. So, Buenos Aires, all kinds of all kinds of areas. Yeah, South.
What do you think they get out of that? Let's think at a high level. Like, you think they just enjoy the sound and are digging for more, or you think it's somebody that's traveled there?
It could have been somebody that maybe was familiar with Kansas City, familiar with the artists, and they get referrals to the station. Oh, let's try this, see what, because I'm not the only Spanish show on KKFI, so there's different genres. There's a rock show, Spanish rock show that comes on after me.
Okay.
Totally different crowd. But I even listen to that show, and it's not any music that I'm really familiar with, but it's different. And I think a lot of times, let's try this show, or let's try this different genre. Let's see what this sounds like. A little bit of everything, a little bit of variety, and I think that's how people end up listening to the show and learning. Because really, I didn't really listen to a lot of Mexican music when I was growing up, so it's not anything I kind of fell into. It's just kind of a San Antonio thing. I just kind of fell into.
Yeah. That's cool. So you have the Tuesday nights. Mondays, Bob, right?
Bob, yep, Bob.
And he also plays Tejano music.
He does more conjunto.
Okay.
More of the old school accordions, traditional conjunto music.
Okay.
But yeah, he does play Tejano also. It's just a different type of show. It's more of an old school type show. I listen to Bob. I listen to him. I'll tune in when I'm,
I've
hanging
sat
out.
in there with him once too. It was pretty cool hanging out.
Yeah.
Listening
he's
to
a cool
the
guy.
stuff. Yeah.
I don't know what. I think it's probably a shorter list of instruments he doesn't believe. He plays.
Right.
He's very musical. Plays all kinds of instruments. Every time I see him, he's playing a different instrument.
He's the
so.
one man band.
He
we've
is.
seen him do it all. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
He does that. Can you walk us through the process of creating a playlist for the night? Or
there really is no. It's whatever the feeling is at that time.
Okay.
I've got tons of music on my computer, and usually I'll do it 2 or 3 days in advance, 4 days, usually during the weekend. Sunday nights I'm not doing anything. I'll go and start writing music. Of course I always start with the same song as the theme song, and then it's just whatever the feeling. Ooh, I haven't heard this song for a while, let me play this.
Okay.
Because I'll actually have separate lists of what I've played recently and what I haven't played for a while, so I try and get a little bit of variety. Well, I haven't heard this song for a month or two. Let me play this song again.
so you do try to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm sure you may have somebody out there like, man, he keeps playing that same song over and over.
Yeah, I
But
try
you
to.
try to mix it up.
Now, there's some classics I love. If it was up to me, I'd play them every show.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I try to change it up, or maybe I'll go totally off a different list. I'll play all brand new music, and not play anything that anybody's heard yet. But I mean, it's just really, there's no set standard or set guide of what I play. Just whatever I feel like playing. Or I might get a guest or get somebody that texts me, hey, can you play this for me real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll play it. I'll change it. Not even think of the song.
Yep. Do you ever play anybody, Ladez?
Oh, yeah.
J.R. Gomez?
Yep, I play them, yeah.
Like
Play
the
them.
the new ones that are up and coming.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah, I've played them.
That Gomez can rock the box. Though.
Yeah, I've actually met him. I've
Yeah,
met
we
most
met her
of
too.
them.
That's
Yeah.
He's a really cool guy. Yeah, but
don't give him shots of Crown, though. He don't like Crown.
I don't know what we were drinking that night, but I know he likes. Yeah,
I think first time I met him, I got shots of Crown instead. He likes Fireball better.
Fireball's his thing.
Yeah, he did like that better.
That's
Do you
cool.
play
Shout out.
experimental Mexican music? Like if Big Mod ended up wanting to dip his toes in making a track.
Oh yeah, we play it.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
harmonica. Yeah, it'd be dope.
Only if you're gonna sing. You gonna sing?
I can sing.
All right,
I'll make it happen.
Go ahead. If you record it, I'll play it. I don't care.
Shit.
And I think really with that
Don't
thought,
do this to me, Tom. Because
I-
I try to make something up.
go ahead, bring it.
All right.
Because really,
I do it live?
I do try to.
No.
If I'm there in
No.
the studio with you.
You're
I do. Well, I do.
Oh my God!
I do have a dump button at the studio, so if it goes downhill, I can hit that
See, I have
button.
one right here.
You just fade right out.
Mine doesn't have the cool sound effects like yours does. It's just dead silence.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah, I think mine's just dead. I've never been quick enough to use it though.
All right.
I've never had an opportunity to actually use it. There was sometimes because we're not supposed to say things like events are going on. We're not supposed to say like it's free or what tickets are this much.
All right. Next
And-
Tuesday, I'll come with my phone.
Why?
And plug me in, Tommy. I'll do all the sound effects for you.
Yeah. Why can't you?
Because we're nonprofit. We can't. There's a lot of rules
Causing
because
a
we're
problem.
There's
nonprofit.
so many rules.
Call
Remember
to
I told you
action, this and
when
that.
I went in there and sat with Bob, I had to be careful on what I wanted to say. I couldn't even promote. I couldn't promote my show, and there was times that I'd say something, and Bob
He's
right
giving
away
you the look like
and Bob right away would have to say,
Blurt
"You're
something.
listening to KKFI. Not, you got to make sure you plug
cut you
in."
off?
yeah.
Yeah, he cut me off quite a bit.
Yeah, and I've done that. I have a guest that still comes today, and every time I tell him, I won't call him out, but
Yeah.
he knows who he is, and I remind him,
Just-
don't
who-
say nothing about free, don't say nothing about money,
Okay.
and he says it every time, and then I just shut my head.
Dang, David Tinoco.
No,
Oh,
not
no,
David.
that's not
David
him.
does pretty good. David
Yeah.
does.
Oh, yeah,
he
that
does
guy's a
pretty
pro.
good. He's and I actually credit him with me getting as far as I did in music because he was very supportive.
Uh-huh.
Him and his wife is supportive of everything that I've
That's
done.
cool.
So I have a question. So when Lisa was with you, do you feel like the listeners changed a little bit, or you added more listeners?
I definitely
because
added.
You
I
had
definitely
a different.
definitely added more listeners. Definitely did. I had the crowd, which was the Viviana crowd.
Yeah.
The classics. When Lisa came to me, she brought a different crowd, also a younger crowd. Yeah, definitely. Our listening did shoot up.
That's cool. That's cool.
And it continues to this day. because I don't, even to this day, I don't know how many actual listeners I have. There's no way for me to see it. It's not like when I'm a live DJ, you can see who's dancing. You can see, it, you know. In radio, you're hoping that people are listening, but I do get a lot of comments. Hey, I listened to you. Hey, great show. This and so I do know they're out there.
Yeah,
and the donations I get, the monetary donations, the people that are supporting the show, I do see that does continue. So I know they're out there. It's just I don't know a specific number, but I can tell by especially like our Facebook pages that the listeners that have subscribed that support the show, that comment on the show, I do know she brought a lot of listeners to the show.
That's
she was a huge asset to the show.
Yeah.
Yep. How often do you get a guest to call in? Can you do that?
You can.
People can call
It's
in?
hard for me to do it now because when I'm producing the show, I've got 2 or 3 computer screens I'm running. I'm running a board, doing the music, making sure the tower's running, make sure there's no issues, making sure nobody's trying to break in downstairs. So it's hard for me to answer the phone, and it's kind of awkward
You're
sometimes.
also the security, I see, right?
Well, we have a camera that can see the window. We've got some weird people that show up at that studio, and and especially it's a little worse now because we have a bar downstairs that's opened, and I don't know if people are supposed to be in there or not, or what's going on. So yeah, it's kind of a shady area that we're in. It's a nice building, but kind of an odd area, so I got to keep an eye there. But I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Being able to answer the phone
if
someone
it's
calls.
Hard, yeah, it's
or
hard for me
whatever.
to do that because the other things I'm doing. That's another reason why it was so great to have Lisa as a co-host because she spoke Spanish.
Oh yeah,
because I do get Spanish calls and I don't speak Spanish, and B, I can focus on playing the music and she can answer the phones, talk to the people, and she's very social and love to talk to people. Yeah. So it worked out perfectly.
yeah. Well, do you have Lucero coming in as well?
Yeah,
or?
Lucero, actually Lucero and Michael. I have
Both
2
of them.
people. Yeah, Michael Ledeza, which I grew up with his dad, and Lucero, which is actually my wife knew her, and I've met her parents, talked to them. So
We're still waiting on her new music.
who's
She
that?
told us she had new music coming out.
Oh, Lucero?
Yeah. at the
Well,
end of the year.
actually the first time I ran into Lucero, she was actually performing with Steve and Bob at Rudy's.
Yeah.
First time I met her, and my wife said, "Hey, are you interested in maybe having somebody help you with the show?" And I said, "Well, we'll have Lucero." So she's been coming in, and I've been kind of training her, giving her idea what to. The only thing is that she needs to learn the music. She's not as well versed in Tejano music,
Oh, okay.
which Mike,
Yeah, Mike is.
he's very.
Yeah, I know
well-versed.
his mom and dad
Yeah.
love going to shows.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
travel. They're both retired.
Well, they're retired. They have
Exactly,
the luxury of doing that.
That's
but he's
awesome.
very well versed in Tejano music, very well known. So that helps me too.
And Lucero knows the Spanish, so if
Yeah,
anybody
she speaks
needs a
Spanish, so that
speaker.
And my wife's there. She speaks Spanish, but she won't answer
she won't
the
do it.
phone. She won't.
Oh, she
She's
does
there.
go with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
okay.
ever since I've lost Lisa, she's been going there to support,
okay.
just to hang out with me and support me in that. But
Okay.
she's too nervous to get on the show. She won't get on the mic. Every now and then she'll talk a little bit, but it's very infrequent, you know. But I'm hoping that although Lisa can never be replaced,
Right.
that I have somebody else that'll be there with me that we can. And I think a lot of people had enjoyed when Lisa and I used to talk together.
Yeah.
You know, and have conversations and talk about what's going on. It was kind of like a family feel to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When
And,
she
and
was
I think
there.
that's good that with Lucero or Michael in there, whoever's in there with you, to do that. Yeah, because last night you were solo.
Yeah, I was by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So-
My wife was, of course, working on the house after I made the mess with, with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
water
with the water heater.
Mike had called me and said he had something to do. And then I actually, Lucero was going to come, and I had told Lucero, so Lucero, don't worry about it. If you got something to do, if you want to come. And she said, okay, I had something to do anyway. So it's okay, no problem. And sometimes it's kind of nice for me just to sit there in the studio by myself.
Yeah.
Not have to talk, this, that, and the other. Just talk to the microphone and just play the music. Sometimes I like to just kick back and listen to the music myself.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of nice.
So like I
just
told you, I was tuned in on last night,
Yeah,
and like I
yeah.
said, those 2 hours flew by.
yeah, and it
really
does,
fast, you
and
know?
it does. I wish that I could have a longer show,
Yeah.
but
Can you push for that?
I think I could probably fight for it.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, you got the spot from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah, they give you that spot right there.
really, if I could get another hour, if I could go like from 7 to 10,
Yeah.
especially now, you know, I would. It would.
You
be
would do that.
nice.
So you're open to do that.
Oh yeah.
Or how
Yeah,
about 6 to 9? Or,
anything like that?
Anything-
Because now I
anything
get off.
give it to-
Because now I get off work about 3:30, so
Yeah.
I could not too close to 3:30, but where I can get there at a decent time and get everything set up. Yeah, I'm definitely open to making the show longer.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a fun, memorable moment there in the studio?
The crickets.
The cricket
Feeding Lisa the crickets.
Oh, I did see that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's out there on video.
Oh, it's on.
If you want to, put it
it's
out
on
there.
video.
That's your camera right there. Yeah. Where can the people find it?
It's on our
Tejano?
Facebook page, Taste of the Tejano Facebook page. We have it linked on there.
Yeah.
Also, when I did a video with Jorge, me, Monica, and Lisa.
Oh, okay.
The little shock machine, remember?
Yeah.
We were shocking the heck out of each other. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
And any time that we had a video, we were just together. It was always a great time. It was like hanging out with friends and family, like we are here. Just having a great time. Yeah, it didn't seem like work at all. It didn't seem like work. At all.
So good luck to you. I hope everything keeps rolling.
I hope it does too.
With the young help that's coming in. You'll build some more memorable moments there with them too.
I hope so. I really hope so. I think it'd be really great.
Yeah.
I think it really would be.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw when Lucetta was in here. She actually sang for us.
Oh, did she? I think I missed that one. I keep trying to get caught up on all that.
She sang
episodes.
for us.
I told her she's supposed to sing on the show one time.
Can she?
Yeah. If I could, because I've.
Oh yeah, you said I can come in and do it too, so we can.
Yeah, we'll get you tuned up. We'll get you tuned in. Yeah. I can get backing tracks to a lot of songs if you want to sing.
That'd be
who
fun.
was that? I did have some. I had Ron Gutierrez. He
did he sing?
He sang on my show. I played the backup track. I don't remember what song he played, but he sang on my show.
Okay.
I had him sing on my show one time when me and Lisa had him.
Yeah.
I played the back tracks and he actually sang.
Nice.
So I did have him.
I'd like to check that out. Yeah, he come in one time. He's a
great singer.
Oh, yes. He's awesome.
Lisa loved him.
Yeah.
Lisa loved him.
Lisa took him to a karaoke night and spoiled it for everybody.
He ruined it.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go after him, huh?
That's the story that I have is as soon as Ron was done singing and he had the audience, he had everybody's eyes and ears. And then my big brother Ben calls out the next person. I was in there. How are you going to follow that?
Yeah, really?
I'm like, sorry, Ben, I can't follow that.
You got to put him last that way.
Play some music for a little bit, and then I'll come back.
Exactly. Yeah, but no, he's a great singer. He's
he's
nice
awesome
guy, with a great personality and everything.
Yeah, I know he's ready to come back on. Yeah, he said he's ready. Yeah, he's ready to come back on. Whenever you need me, let me know if I'm in town.
Yeah, he is a great singer. Yeah, and it's funny. It's I can't think of one celebrity or singer or personality that's been on the show or been at an event that was not hospitable. And it's really amazing how these musicians are just the most down to earth, nicest people. Yeah. Because when we go to a fiesta here, and I noticed that when I lived in San Antonio, these places were like major concerts. Here, they're a little more relaxed, but I think they like coming here because it is more relaxed. And you can kind of get up closer to the crowd, and you don't have as many crazy fanatics here like you do. Like in San Antonio, they used to have gates and everything around it, like a regular concert. Here it's a lot more relaxed, but they're just such down to earth people that you run into now. Even the local bands, they're just so hospitable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I love it. Love doing it.
I have a quick question too concerning. You said it is a non-for-profit. Mm-hmm. Is it KKIF, the whole KKFI, the whole radio station is not-for-profit,
yes.
or your program?
The whole radio station.
The whole radio station. So when someone
it's
donates,
non-commercial. Yes.
Donates to the whole company. It's not just for your show.
It's for the whole show, for the whole company.
The whole company. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Now it's represented when you do a donation, you say on behalf of Tejano or whatever, they would know who the supporters are, because really the music shows are the biggest support. They kind of carry the talk shows. Mm-hmm. Most people, they're some of the talk subjects are interesting, definitely, but music is what carries KKFI. The different selections of music, the jazz, the underrepresented. The Spanish music, the different genres of Spanish, and the variety that you have there. You don't have a commercial radio.
Yeah.
And since it's not commercial, we don't have big sponsors.
The ads and all of
the ads and that. Which is good because you don't have to listen to ads every 2 minutes.
Right.
So yeah, it's more work for us. You know, every quarter I've got to go on there and send emails and send texts. Hey, can you help me? Can you make a donation? Can you do this?
Oh,
you know,
wow.
this,
So you guys have to do
I
that
just
part of
did
it
that.
too?
Yeah, I just did that. My goal for my show last week was almost $1,500. I was able to make $1,800. That was just my part of that pledge drive. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I still get the support in that. So, and it's grown every time, every pledge drive, it grows a little bit. So
That should be your reason why you should have more
and
time,
I think that's
right?
and I think that's probably why I'm going to go to him possibly and say, hey, can I
Right.
get a little longer show?
It shows right here with
Yeah.
the support I'm getting that people want to listen and want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, so we'll see. Cross your fingers.
Yeah. Well, good luck, man. That's cool. Before we end this little segment here, what's a fun fact or a hidden talent that DJ Tommy has that people don't know about?
Fun.
I mean, I think some people learned that you used to play the guitar, maybe, unless you've talked about it before.
Yeah, no.
But that
no,
was
I
the
did-
first time.
No, I did
first
used to
time?
play guitar. I used to wrestle. I used to play the guitar when I was in grade school.
You juggle. You you do TikTok videos. You dance on TikTok.
Not anything you can show on public television. I always wished I could sing. I don't know if I can sing or not. I've always wanted to be able to sing.
What's holding you back?
I don't know if I have a good. I don't know if I have a good voice or not.
Dude, I don't have a good voice. I
I
tried
don't-
anyway.
I don't
Just
know
go
if I
out
have
there and do it.
I don't want to
man.
embarrass myself.
You want to just go out there and just.
I've
have a
always
good
wanted
time, man.
to, because
That's what karaoke is about. Tommy.
because I've
It's
seen
just having a
Stranded in
good
the City perform. I've seen Las Estrellas perform. I've seen Picante.
So they-
all the bands
yeah.
perform, and I've sat there and I've watched the performance. So wow, what a talent! I wish I was able to do that. And I don't know. I might be able to sing and not know
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
In the shower, I sound great,
Right?
But I
And
may not
that-
sound great
that-
once I leave the shower.
Car
But I've
karaoke.
always-
I'm
yeah.
sure you sound good.
I've never really sung in public.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why I DJ, because that way I can still be a part of the music,
Yeah.
but not be a part of the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be able to, because I can't play an instrument. I've never learned any instruments, so I think the only thing I could do would be possibly to sing. But
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I could.
All right, Tommy. Here's what we're gonna do. So the next time down at the Nest, and they have the
Oh crap!
when they have the karaoke night.
I'm not going
okay.
to
You and
karaoke
you and I will do Ebony and Ivory. You can pick whichever one you want to be because we're both almost like the same color. So we can be, you want to be Paul McCartney? You want to be who is the other? Oh no, Stevie
Michael
Wonder.
Jackson. No.
Stevie Wonder. No, Stevie Wonder. Paul McCartney. Ebony and Ivory.
No, the Ebony Night. It's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson.
No,
Which one's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson?
that's Say.
The Girl Is Mine.
And The Girl Is
Yeah,
Mine.
okay.
Okay, you wanna do The Girl Is Mine?
I
Okay,
don't
we'll do
know.
The Girl Is
I don't
Mine.
know. We'll figure something that maybe will fit our voices. I don't know if I could pull Michael off, so I'd probably have to be Paul.
Yeah. Maybe we could get maybe we can get Ben to do the auto tune and we both sing it auto tune. Everybody says good doing auto tune.
Yeah, hey, wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Either that, or we just make sure we got to search everybody, make sure they don't have anything in their pockets they could throw rolls of rolls of quarters at us or something.
They can throw rolls of quarters at us.
They hurt after a while,
well,
though.
yeah, but maybe we'll just wear a football helmet, a mask, or something.
Yeah, there we go. I think I have an old motorcycle helmet in my basement. I can put
There
on.
you go. Yeah. Did you ever ride a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Volusia. It looked like a Fat Boy. I rode it for a short time.
Okay.
And then saw.
And then you laid it down and you said, "Okay."
No,
I'm not
actually, really, what made me more. I was never. I rode it for a short time. Was never rode it for a while, but it scared me because I almost got hit a couple times.
Oh, okay.
And it was, I enjoyed it. And then, of course, with the young son, this and that, I knew I had to be here, so I
You're
gave
like, all right, time to give it up.
It was time
Yeah.
to be responsible and. But I enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
definitely
that's
enjoyed
cool.
it. If I didn't have to worry about traffic being around anywhere,
I know, right?
when you ride a bike, you had to worry about what you're doing and what everybody else is doing. So yeah, it was fun, definitely.
That's cool.
But got that out of my system, and
I still want to learn how to ride. I don't know how to ride.
You've never?
No, my son Marcos rides now. He's been riding for a couple of years and bought himself.
Why did you got to go to the college to the course and just let them teach you? If
That's-
anything else,
yeah, that's
you
what he
can
did.
kind of get
Like,
familiar with it
yeah.
and get comfortable with it. They can kind of give you tips and go that route.
Yeah.
Go that route. And if anything else, you can get the M on your license. So if you ever get the urge to, you can actually get like the 3-wheeled motorcycles and ride that, and it's a lot easier to ride those, and you'll have the M on your driver's license. I still have my motorcycle endorsements, so I can if I want to.
Yeah.
But I haven't been on it for years. So
That's cool. So let's go ahead. I know we're cutting time here.
I didn't think I'd last this long. Actually,
I told you. We did start a little late. So this segment it's apps. Remember, you even text me like, apps? What do you mean by apps?
I'm like, apps.
So, we'll ask Chris. You'll be a part of this. Sandy, as you. Not sure where my EP went. If you had to delete all but 3 apps on your phone, which ones would you keep?
YouTube, Chrome, Reddit.
Yeah, Tommy, you go second because I was going to have you go first. So we'll go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Chris. You'll keep which 3?
YouTube, Chrome, and Reddit.
Okay.
Chrome is considered,
Chrome
I guess,
is
an
not
app.
really an app, is it? It's more of a browser, isn't it?
I mean, I have a Chrome app, and
It's
that
an app.
takes me immediately to browser. Google.
But that's like saying Safari.
But
it
it's an
still
app.
counts.
But it's okay. We'll go with that.
I guess.
not very imaginative.
Okay, so are we specifying
No, that's
these
fine.
are apps
Okay,
that you
well,
would
hey,
download
it's-
it
they're
and not
your
the ones that
apps.
immediately came on your phone?
No, those are apps. It's an app on your phone.
I see why you would keep it though, because you
could do
browse
a lot. You
Yeah,
could do a lot with
he's reading
Chrome.
or looking something up. So I guess I
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
You can get all the information you need from other apps through Chrome.
I
Okay.
guess it's just I guess if I can't find it, I don't need it.
Oh. What about Reddit? What is it?
Reddit, isn't that?
Oh, it's a reading.
Reddit. Yeah, you can
Right?
find all kinds of stuff on Reddit. Anything.
Reddit
on
is like a
but you can like
discussion
Google
board.
anything and it'll
it's a
pull
Yeah,
up, can't you?
yeah, but this is-
discussion board.
Oh, okay. Well, it depends on what you want to use. It's just kind of like Twitch, right? I mean, people use that for different reasons, I guess.
Reddit is comprised of thousands of different forums about any topic and people just posing questions and
Yeah.
people responding to it.
I think it's just.
I used to have it,
that'd
but
be a
I
bit
had-
too
I got-
involved for me. I think
Yeah,
too much information.
I got rid of it. But there's a lot of times that I'm reading something and you can you have to use the Reddit app in
Yeah.
order to find it, and you can't even use Safari or anything like that. Sometimes you can. Yeah, but anyway, what about you, Tom? If you had to get rid of all
All of them.
but 3.
Well,
which would you
really,
keep?
most of them are related to music. So my Tidal app, which I use for DJing, any songs I don't have, I'd have to keep that. My Facebook because of the radio station, and the third one. I play poker, Zynga poker. I do play that, so that'd probably be the third one I'd
keep your brain moving, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't gamble in real life, but I've got like I don't know how many millions of dollars in fake bucks that
Right.
will never go anywhere. But at least it feels like I have some money. But I think those would probably be the three that I would probably leave on my phone. Everything else, I do kind of like TikTok though. It's irritatingly
Addictive?
entertaining. Yeah. And I've actually got to a point where I've started to try and figure out how to actually broadcast on TikTok and do DJ on there.
Okay.
But I had to wait till I had so many followers before TikTok would allow me to do it. So I'm actually, actually last month I kind of started. I bought a adapter that goes into my mixer, and it'll actually broadcast through my phone, and it will pick up the sound like it's going through the mixer instead of hearing it through the speakers.
Yeah,
it'll actually go, so it'll actually clear the sound up.
Okay.
TikTok is not the same as what we're doing here, and you can't play music.
No, you can't play music.
But you can on TikTok. Because what you're doing here, we can't play any music, right?
Correct. Yeah.
You could
But
play
if we use
you could play like a snippet of it, like
just
a little piece
right.
of the song.
how many seconds is a snippet?
I think they said less than. I think it's less than 30.
Oh,
Less
wow.
than 30 seconds of a song.
Oh, I thought it was more like 6 or 7. Jose would know these answers.
I don't know what the specific is, but I think it's, or maybe it's less than 20 seconds. I don't really know because I have went Facebook Live just for on a humbug, and it cuts me off. I start playing. The only thing is that with down music, a lot of times I don't think the algorithm is quite up to par with down, so it'll let it play for a while because it doesn't know the song.
Okay.
If I play something that's if I play something that's popular,
something that's
it's
popping
going to
out
catch it quick. It's going to catch it quick.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about doing that and maybe going live when I'm not on the radio show.
There you go.
Which I've done a couple times, and a couple people have popped up. So keep on Facebook, and I'll kind of announce it on there. Say, hey, I'm going to go live. Sit down in my basement on board playing music, which I do. I do actually quite frequently, but normally I don't broadcast it.
Yeah.
Usually my wife's upstairs cooking or doing dishes, and I'll stop and I'll go upstairs. What'd you stop the music for? She's over here dancing in the kitchen, and and then I'm downstairs playing music. So just kind of is my time, just kind of relax and kick back. So but other than that,
Sin, is there 3 apps?
Yeah. What keeps you up at night?
I would keep my Candy Crush.
Oh, my wife. Oh. What level are you on? Like 12 million or so? I don't even know what.
I don't think.
I don't even know what level my wife's on, but she plays that religiously.
Yeah. I don't know what level I'm on, but anyway.
Man, YouTube. I love the YouTube app. I'm on it all day.
Well,
long.
you're on YouTube.
Well,
so,
that's true too. Yeah, but I mean, I watch other pods, listen. Any information that I need out there, it's like all on YouTube. That I love my Pandora app.
See, that's why I have Tidal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a music app.
Oh,
it's
is
a music app also.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know
I
that.
use that.
Okay. I thought it was a boxing thing, like Tidal.
I got you. Yeah, that does sound
I
like.
was like, okay, Tommy likes to exercise. He likes to do some boxing.
It doesn't look like I look to exercise.
What's the other one? And my calendar. No, not my calendar. Venmo. Gotta keep the Venmo.
Oh, Venmo, yeah. People send you money.
And of course, what about your text app? Gotta text people. Gotta keep in communication.
Well, but that comes with the phone. That's not really.
Okay, yeah, that comes. That's right. That
already.
comes with the phone.
Wait,
That's
how many
included.
is that?
Yeah, he's
I think you've gone
That's
over.
like 7.
I think we're going to cut him off.
Yeah.
It's
It's not fair. You said 3.
Maps. You need your maps app.
I've got navigation in my car, so.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I used to be pretty good. Now, finding your house, I did have to put it in maps because I wasn't familiar with the area back here. But I mean, if you just said, back behind the old bullpen, I'd have figured out where it was.
The bullpen. I totally forgot it was named the bullpen.
Yeah, that's how old. It was.
That's how old you are, Tom.
Yeah, you're right there with me there.
Yes, I am. Actually, older than you are. Yeah.
Are you? How old are you?
80,
what year were you born?
Age 70.
Okay, you're 2 years. You're only 2 years. 2 years difference.
So, 1970.
Still the same.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? She's the oldest one in the room right now.
She's gonna hurt you.
It's only 5
What are you
days.
about?
It's only 5
25?
days.
We about
It's only
25 or
5
so.
days.
How old are you? She's young enough to be your daughter. Don't be like
Yeah, but anyway.
Oh, are you older than him?
5 days.
Oh,
5 days. Yeah.
respect your elders.
There you go. There we go. All right, Tom. So before we end the show, I got you. These are just random. Have you ever? Have you ever?
That sounds crazy.
It could be.
Could be.
Okay, first one. Have you ever acted in a play or a musical?
No, never have.
No.
Never have.
But you've seen, like in schools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see your friends up there.
Oh yeah, but it is. Yeah,
But never attempted.
I never have. Like I said before, when in school, I was kind of introvert. I was kind of quiet, and so I did what I needed to do, and that was it. But no, never did. Did you?
Did you ever?
No, never. It was never something I wanted to do.
No, I could see you like in a comedy show or something like that.
Man, that
Telling
would have been
jokes
so
or
fun.
something.
I mean, I was the class clown.
I was kind of the clown too.
But
I would make face. I would make
didn't know
the
if I had the
faces
cojones to do it in front of
public.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
But how about been stuck somewhere because of a storm? Or you just had to spend the night somewhere because of a crazy ass storm.
I'm crazy. I'm the crazy guy that would drive through the storm just.
You just try to get through.
We did when me and Veronica did live in San Antonio. They were having a huge rainstorm. We were out shopping at Ingram Mall in San Antonio when we lived there. They shut down the mall, and me and her, of course, we're from Kansas City. We're used to bad weather.
Right.
It was raining hard, and we started laughing. And these people looked at us like we were crazy. They said, "Why aren't you heading home?" I said, "This is nothing.
Right?
We're from Kansas. This is nothing."
Yeah.
So I do remember that we're out shopping. We're trying to have a good old time, have a nice evening, and they're all worried about, please, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
So I mean, I do remember that.
That's crazy. We were just talking to somebody about snowstorms, and they're like, "Yeah, we got." It really bad snow. It snowed at least 3 inches.
That's nothing.
I know, right?
I went to a wedding, to my cousin's wedding up in Minnesota, and we were there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday it was sunny. Saturday it was raining. And Sunday, it must have dumped like maybe a foot of snow.
Man, you got all types of weather.
All types of weather. But the thing is, they're so used to it there. They had the streets cleaned up. They're spotless.
Yeah.
But they're used to that there.
Yeah.
But it was, we hit all 3 seasons in one weekend.
Yeah.
It was my cousin's wedding. I was like, lovely.
Yeah. Ever spoken to someone famous?
I do a lot. I do more than I think probably the most famous celebrity I ever talked to was what was his name? It was the
Big Mod, the host of the Big Modcast.
Yeah.
That's
after
one.
you. It was the next step under.
Okay.
What's his name? I'm trying to think. He was the drill sergeant on Full Metal Jacket. What was his name?
No.
Yeah, I talked to him. What was his? I can't.
The Sarge.
Yes,
right?
the drill sergeant. Yeah, what was it? Gunny.
Private Powell. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, what was it? What's his name? I can't think of his name. On Full Metal Jacket.
Chris, can you look that up for us real quick?
Full Metal Jacket, the drill sergeant.
Drill sergeant on Full Metal Jacket. All right, let's go to the next. Have you ever ran out of gas?
Yes.
And you literally had to walk?
No, I didn't have to walk.
You just make the phone call.
I just called my buddy. I used to work at Southwestern Bell when it was Southwestern Bell Mobile out in Independence.
The first thing that came up was R. Lee Ermey.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
What about him?
That was the biggest celebrity I ever talked to.
So that's the biggest celebrity that he's ever talked to.
Where'd you meet him at?
World of Wills, actually.
Oh,
we were, they were, meet and greet this, that, and the other. And my wife and I were actually sitting out smoking, having a cigarette. Well, he came out and had a cigarette. We sat there. He borrowed our lighter and said, "Hey, can I borrow your lighter?" And we sat there and talked and talked and talked.
Did you know
Hey,
who
Private
it
Powell.
was?
Oh yeah, I knew who it was.
You did know who it was, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Played it cool.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
didn't say, "Hey, can you recite this line? call me Private Powell and yell at me, please." Right?
Exactly.
Can I borrow your lighter, Private Powell? Yeah, can you imagine that? That'd be dope.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy. Really nice guy. I was glad I got to.
Do you know who we're
meet him.
talking about? Yeah, man, he's
if you've seen him, you'd know.
Yeah,
if you
remember? Did you ever see the movie Life with Eddie Murphy?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see that. No,
oh, dude, that's
I've seen
great
the previews.
movie.
I've seen the scene about the cornbread.
Yeah, that's a
you
great
don't
movie.
Eat your cornbread. And I was like, oh, that sounds. I've just never had an opportunity to see it.
Really?
Then he was on Saving Silverman. Remember that?
Yes.
He was on Saving Silverman. He was the teacher. Was he the gym teacher or what? He was a teacher or something.
Okay.
I think he was a teacher or something. But he was because Silverman was getting married or something.
And then I think he was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Played like the dad or something.
He might have.
Yeah, because he played a wicked guy. But anyway, he
was a good actor.
Yeah,
he was a great actor. I think that was the biggest celebrity I ever met. Yeah. And of course, the singers, Little Joe, the singers like that. His brother Johnny, I've met him. A lot of singers I've met through the music. But there's probably the biggest actor I've met.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Sam, who is the biggest actor you've ever met?
Tony Danza.
There we go. We met Tony Danza at
in New York.
Oh, really?
That we went to a Broadway play, and he was in it. So we waited afterwards, like
so we
groupies do,
like a meet and greet kind of.
Well, no, it's just the groupies waiting outside the back when they come out, and so there were people there. So we was like, we have nothing else to do, and we hung out with them. And once he came out, we got to take pictures and talk to him. So
it was the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like he come out and he's talking to everybody and kind of starstruck, watching. Mm-hmm. Then he comes over to us, "Hey, where you guys from?" And this and that. And I'm saying, "Hey, can we get a selfie real quick?" Yeah. So he got his arm around Sandy, and then I'm up in the front and I'm going like this, holding my phone. And he's kind of just smiling. And he's like, "All right, man, we can go take the picture." I said, "We're on video." He says, "All right, I'm done." And then he just walked away. But I got some video there, yeah. So, and then, you take some still shots of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did also, me and my wife, when Westport, when they used to do the was that Beaumont Club?
Oh yeah.
When they did the comedy shows upstairs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We met Carlos Mencia when before he was big.
Yeah.
We sat there and talked to him for a while.
Yeah.
We actually had been there drunk, and I was polluted. My wife was polluted. We sat there and talked to him. This is before he got huge.
Yeah, that's cool.
Went through Mind and Mencia and all that. Yeah. We met him too. I mean, just just different people, just opportunity just to meet people.
Yeah.
Very interesting guy when we met him.
That's cool. That's crazy because I was gonna ask you if you ever been to a comedy club. You just told me that right now.
Yeah. We still go even today. The last one we seen was the Mexican guy. I can't think of his Fernando. No,
Felipe Esparza.
Felipe. Yeah, we went to go see him. I think that's the last one. Me and my wife were going to go see.
What's up, fool?
Oh, he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed. That was the last one we saw.
Yeah.
Was him. We've seen Fluffy. We've seen George Lopez.
We took Chris. Remember Chris when we went to Fluffy? That's his favorite comedian.
Yeah, we see. George Lopez. We've seen him.
You know who I like to see is Ralph Barbosa, young kid, up and coming.
I don't know. Is he coming locally? Do you know?
I don't know. I know he has his own pod, but I've found him through YouTube, and now he has his own little podcast. But he's young kid,
starting out
25, 26.
They usually do pretty good having comedians here in Kansas City. They usually bring them through pretty good.
Yeah, and he actually kind of blew up on the scene. That helped him blow up a little more was George Lopez just said some things about him. And
bad things.
It was. I wouldn't say it was bad, but
because he's been in a lot of
George Lopez
awkward
is he's kind of going through some
going
shit
down,
right now. But he said some things where somebody was talking. There was another comedian talking to George, and he said, "Hey, yeah, have you heard this Ralphie Barbosa?" He goes, "Who the hell is that guy? Who's he? Why should I know him? You know?" And that kind of just didn't sit right for. And then it didn't sit right for the comedian that was talking. He goes, "Oh, dude, you ain't got to be so disrespectful.
Yeah, everybody
He's
starts
a young
somewhere.
kid. He's a young kid." He goes, we don't need to talk about him. He ain't nobody. Ralphie got hold of it, and he's like, well, okay, well, at least he's calling me out and saying my name.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Any press is good press.
And he's like, he's right. He's right. He doesn't know me.
Yeah.
And it's fine, but, And that a week later, George found his name, saw his act, called him, apologized, said, hey, I didn't mean no disrespect. And they just, they hash it out.
At least he worked
but
it
Ralph,
out,
he still tells that story, because people always ask, hey, man, so what's up with you and George Lopez? Oh, man, there was nothing. Just something that he said he didn't.
I heard,
know me.
Eric Estrada, I don't think likes him very well.
Yeah.
There's been
him and Eric Estrada and George Lopez do not. Yeah. That, man.
Which is unfortunate because they need to support each other.
The story, what's the story behind that? That
I don't remember what it was.
He thought George Lopez was like valet parking, and he said, "Hey, go get my car." And George's like, "Dude, we're going
Oh,
there."
really?
Yeah, I think that's what the story is. And
That's
to
hilarious.
this day, George Lopez
Just
said,
rubbed him the wrong
I
way.
can't stand that motherfucker. Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah, I didn't know the backstory, but I
Yeah.
knew they didn't get along very well.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Before we leave, the last one I'm going to ask you is: you ever tried Turkish food?
Never have. I'm not very adventurous. My son and my wife gripe at me.
Because you don't try other stuff,
Nope.
huh?
Nope.
That's what
I'm
we do.
Very traditional.
That's what we
I'm
do with
very
Chris.
boring. I order the same thing all the time. It irritates the heck out of my sons and my wife. They'll go and they'll eat Indian food, Turkish food, all kinds of stuff. They'll try everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
Me, if I find something I like. I'm a steak and potatoes type
There
person.
you go.
I like the basics.
Yeah. Do you cook?
Oh yes.
Do you?
I didn't get this size.
What's
I didn't get this size, but not cooking.
What's your go-to meal that?
I like
Is there ever time that the kids say, "Dad, are you gonna make?"
lasagna.
Oh yeah.
Lasagna.
Oh yeah.
It takes forever for me to make it, but I like.
But
I
when
like
it comes out, it's the bomb.
Yeah.
Where's my bomb? Oh. Yeah,
Lasagna's I think my main thing.
Uh-huh.
My main thing. Yeah, the kids are usually bugging me for that. So. Yeah, but yeah.
That's cool.
The only thing is I make so much of it by the time I get done eating it, I'm so sick of it. I have to space it out because I make so much of it. When I want it, I want it. But yeah. And I enjoy cooking, and it works out good because my wife doesn't mind cleaning up after me. So
as long as you do the cooking, she'll clean.
Yeah, she'll clean, so it works out. It works out good. It works out good.
And how about the other way around? When she cooks, do you clean?
Well, that's different.
Why?
I usually cook anyway. I like to cook.
Okay.
And my sons like my cooking, and she likes my cooking, so it actually works out pretty good. She does make certain things. She'll make like albondigas, she'll make meatloaf, she'll make pozole, things like that. But usually she'll make things like that take a while when we're off.
Yeah.
When she's off work, so it's
Yay, spring break, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, spring break. Yeah, my youngest son Gabriel, his birthday's on the 17th, so his birthday's coming up. We're on spring.
So that's
break.
next week, right?
Yeah, next week. St. Patrick's Day is Monday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you going to the parade? Or?
I don't know. We haven't really talked about it.
I hadn't either.
It's been a long time since
They're having a jam session at the Nest.
Yeah, let's throw it out there.
On Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday jam session.
Sunday, yeah, which this probably when this goes out, it'll already be over. So
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get this out soon.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe hopefully by Saturday we get it.
yeah, but yeah,
Get it
the
out.
jams. We'll probably go down there because
That's cool.
see if
Man, but last year was so packed, man. And
Get there
you
ear-
think
get
they'll
there
do it
early.
outside? You think they'll do it outside?
yeah, they're gonna do it. I'm sure they're gonna do it
Because
outside.
it should
The
be
weather
nice.
should
I
be
don't even know.
nice.
I don't know what the weather's
I think it's
supposed to be like.
nice. So,
Hopefully. Yeah, but there was one time they wouldn't. Not too much.
Well, it's
maybe
too
last
crowded
year.
inside. It's nice inside, but it's too small.
Yeah, yeah.
It's way too small.
and-
Yeah, and they're expanding that where the cement is right there. They're making that area bigger.
Are they
too.
doing it right like now? That they're doing it. Or
They're
going to
be. I don't know when they're going to actually start, but it's supposed to be pretty soon. So
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll
So
be
they're
done.
extending it out towards the
Towards the
field?
fence,
Towards the ball field?
towards the fence.
Oh, towards the fence that way.
Yeah, that where the stage is, that's pad. They're making all that area bigger.
Oh, okay.
So there'll
cool.
be more spots to sit and relax. and
Nice.
enjoy music and entertainment. And that so.
All
Yeah,
right.
but it's nice. It's nice hanging out there every now and then.
Yeah.
And when they're getting ready, they are planning the next fundraiser dance. So details to come.
Yeah,
I can't really divulge too much yet because everything's not solidified, but it's getting worked on. It's getting worked on right now. As we
Okay,
speak.
you
Are
know
you
what?
a part of that?
Yeah, I'm the MC for that.
All right, you know what? As soon as you find out something, we'll throw it out there on one of our next episodes.
Yeah, great.
I'll
Great,
throw it
yeah.
out. A few weeks.
But it's not
in
till
advance.
November.
No, it's going to be in May.
May.
It's going to be in May.
They're moving it to May.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Dope.
Yeah. So it'll be here. It'll be here soon.
Oh, I didn't know
and,
that. Okay.
Yeah, that's where they're kind of working on it, trying to get everything set up as quickly as possible
Oh.
to get everything. But as soon as we get the details, I'll let you know, and I'm sure you'll be there, and you'll be there.
Okay.
So,
Well, do it. Yes.
yeah. But-
Cool. All right, Tom. Well, thanks for joining us, man.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah,
I'll
invite
hang
you.
out with you anytime. This is really enlightening. I didn't think I'd have enough subject to hang out. with.
I told you.
And
This,
I guess you
we
get me to
just
talking and just
yeah,
get to
just
sit
sit back and talk.
talking.
I mean, you did drink a case earlier, so I think it. No,
Yeah, it kind of loosened it up a little bit. Yeah,
Couple
two
shots
cases,
and-
not just one. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Had to warm the innards a little bit.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, again, thank you for joining us, man.
Well, thank you
Appreciate
for inviting me.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me. And
this was cool.
yeah, come on down to the radio show too.
yeah.
You can hang out. We can get you to sing maybe.
Let's do it, or dance. Well, you got
Well,
that
they
room
can't.
there.
They can't see you there dancing though.
Right.
We'll have to
yeah,
go
no.
Facebook Live and.
Well,
have you
maybe we'll
dancing.
just do the TikTok and we'll just.
Yeah, there you go.
TikTok.
Sounds good. Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until next week, have a good spring break. Adios.